People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Man. Come on.
People deluded,
Oh gosh,
Come on,
great
Ian.
start. Sorry, folks, the intro was on loop. People deluded, I'm back again. It's finally upon us, people. Manchester City versus Inter Milan. It's the Champions League final of 2023, people, of the 2022-23 edition. Really, you know, history only remembers the winners. It's down to either side. Can Inter Milan spoil what is probably expected in that Manchester City win this game, complete the treble? And the players in their own way have created history, really, some of them for the last few years, definitely this season. You know, Haaland's got, 50-odd goals this season in all comps. Do they etch themselves into history? I personally think it's City's time. I felt the same way watching the Invincibles of recent, the Chelsea sides, the City sides, historically the Man United sides, so on and so forth, Real Madrid at times. It just feels like it's their time to win this competition. Now, clearly Pep Guardiola has been a success at Manchester City regardless, but a bit like Messi winning the World Cup, he'll shut up a lot of people if he was to win today. Pretty sure a lot of English supporting side fans hope Inter Milan could do it. What I would say out of AC and Inter, if either team was to have any chance, I would have went with Inter. I think they're a lot better coached. And again, football's a funny old game, really and truly. Nobody really gives them an opportunity. Not too many bookmakers. Weirder things have happened. Could Inter Milan win? I can't actually try to find the stat. I tried to find the stat, people, but I believe the actual last 3 times a team in Europe has been on course to do a treble when it's concerned the Champions League. Inter Milan have actually spoiled their day. Now I think they're going to need more than that to win the game, but we'll have to see, man. Finally shut up the Messi needed for, I think you mean for World Cup, but there you have it. It says Antonio and Benrahma on Inter side. That's a sheg. It's not supposed to, because I've actually done that. Let me actually change that up. Appreciate that. Let's fix that up. And who's actually in the team in their place? You can imagine Mr. Edin Dzeko. Great start to the watch along, man. Absolute great start. Again, I don't know why, but StreamYard's quite temperamental. It wouldn't let me turn on my camera, obviously, if my camera don't turn on. And now you have my file's not updating. Great stuff, but let's just do this manually. Why does Edin Dzeko look weird there? Because I've put an E at the beginning of his name for no reason. And obviously, Benrahma is a European champion. I'm sure Inter Milan want to follow the same. Again, I'm sure Inter Milan have won a domestic cup in Italy this season. You look at Lautaro Martinez, he's got the domestic cup. Obviously, he's won the World Cup, and you'd like to win the Champions League, as I'm sure Julian Alvarez would. If Manchester City do win, you can imagine somehow we're going to see Sergio Aguero, and he's going to be running around the pitch as well, acting like he's been playing, with the greatest of respect to him, as he did at the World Cup in Qatar. It was in Qatar, right? It feels so long ago, this World Cup. And in football terms, it was. Save that. Edited. Let's call it edited UCL. One love for letting me know that. Let's go to OBS. Let's type in the file name. Feel like I'm doing a tutorial. Again, kickoff is imminent, people. Smash the like button if you're on YouTube. Big up the Twitch gang. Again, YouTube mods, please make sure we're on task with the spammers, man. Appreciate the Twitch ones. You're all here. I feel it's their time, and deservedly so. Pep's a goal. We'll see. We go again next season. Pep's a goal regardless, but he would shut a lot of people up. You can't say his time at Bayern Munich was not a success. He had everyone in Germany wanting to play the way he plays. He's changed the blueprint in the Premier League, turned it into a farmers league, done some great things. But when you consider, I'm pretty sure before he walked in at Bayern Munich, they did the treble. Obviously, Manchester City have never won the champs. And again, it's undoubtedly been a success this time at City, but you'd shut a lot of people up. How do you feel about us securing Saliba for another 4 years? Shameless plug footy chats, but anyone who obviously is an Arsenal fan, go and check out my YouTube channel. I did a video on that earlier. How can I not be happy? You know, I hope we're able to win titles. I hope we're able to do things to convince him to sign an upgraded deal. Not just him, but Martinelli and Saka. Because you'd imagine all these players that are going to sign new deals, if they do what they need to do within that 4 or 5 year period, whatever, if they're doing what they need to do, they will sign improved terms. A bit like Man City, Foden's always getting new deals. There's talk about Haaland getting a new deal. Alvarez been at City 5 minutes, got a new deal. Comes with the territory. Again, people, kickoff should be around now. I personally think we're seeing penalties today. I'd love for Inter Milan to win. But if an English team is to win the Champions League, I would say City. Unfortunately, I know Liverpool fans. I know United fans. We know Spurs fans. We don't need to worry about that and so on and so forth. I don't really know no City fans. But nonetheless, it's an Inter Milan thing. As you lot know, I was born 5 minutes away from the San Siro. Used to train with Balotelli. Told me to play football. But I said, I want to do this YouTube thing. Oh, Nano. Marcel, we're all Inter fans for a sec. It's nothing personal. City fans is business. Oh, Nana with a long ball forward. DeMarco can't keep it on. Brother, this won't be close. City 5-0. Yeah, I think City are going to bop them, but I hope it's an Italian job thing. You know, the spirit. I know it's not all Italian players, but the spirit that saw Italy win, you know, win the Euros, win the World Cup in 2006. You know, Italy don't always play the most brilliant of football, but I don't know how to describe it. There's just something in them as people when it comes to football and stuff in their teams. And obviously, where Roma and Fiorentina are concerned, you know, in Italy, I haven't really had a good couple finals where Europe's concerned. Can it be third time lucky? Not when Edin Dzeko's missing the ball completely. Positive start by Inter. It's only a minute. Won't be able to watch the first half, so might as well listen to DGTV commentary. Serious brother, appreciate you. Almost forget that you're a hater on Football Manager. If there was one game you couldn't afford to miss any part, it has to be the Champions League, but I hope you're well and safe. Need Big Wrong to pattern like Megan's in the sky, but oh, you're being mad, man. Hopefully Lukaku could do something off the bench. If I had to bet money, 3-1 City, man. I think there's goals in this. But I do hope the occasion gets to them, and I hope Inter Milan are fearless. Manchester City in possession here, folks. Akanji plays a square pass to Ake. Hope everyone's having a great day, especially those in the United Kingdom. Hope you all, you know, some of you are probably listening to me where you're at a pub or a bar. Hopefully, you know, this ends in normal 90 minutes. So I can salvage something. Diaz. I wonder where would you lot rank Diaz in the best centre-backs in the Prem? Because for me, he's up there. I'm a big fan of his. Big fan of Diaz, man. Long ball forward by City. Stones can't keep it. Inter Milan will give chase. Ake nonchalantly swipes his right peg at it. Can Lautaro Martinez bring it down? He can, but it's been picked off his pocket. Ref having none of the handball shouts. Got to play to the whistle. Brozovic. Hopefully the Croatian midfield curse rings true for City today. Forza Inter. Inter about to press. Well coached side, Inter Milan. A part of me does feel if Pep doesn't win this today, he's not going to win it again at City. But you never know. Barella. Dumfries. Long ball forward again, giving it back to City. You don't want to do that. Gundogan. Kevin De Bruyne plays it forward. Haaland surely onside there. Haaland bangs it over. The offside flag does come up, but that's a warning sign. Giving the ball away cheaply against City. And they could have made you pay for it. It's going to be a madness whichever way it goes. All eyes on Pep, to be honest. Italy going 0 out of 3 in the finals this year. Sad times in Southern Europe. The stats are saying that Inter has recovered the ball this season in the Champions League closest to their box, and Manchester City has won it further from their box. So it means an interesting tactical setup in theory, shouldn't it? Smash the like button if you haven't done such. And appreciative to you lot tuned in on Twitch. Inter Milan have actually seen the majority of the ball in this opening 3 minutes, but it's not in dangerous areas. Brozovic nonchalantly goes home. Saved there. One thing I do like is Inter Milan are fairly brave in possession. Oh, Nana, terrible, really. Denzel Dumfries in trouble. There's a fullback. I hate passes like that. He's got rid of it. Thought Barella was fouled there. Ref don't agree, but it is a head injury. He'll stop the game. Darmian, who on top of just wanting to win the Champions League anyways, is a former Man United boy. Barella, who's a talented player, been linked with City. Apparently City have initiated contact. Good evening to you, DG Forza Inter. How you been, lad? One love to you and everyone else here. Appreciate that. I've been great, man. Hopefully this game of football lives up to how I've been and some of you, man. Hopefully it's a good game of football. Be nice if it's done in 90 minutes. Don't think it is. Kevin De Bruyne. It's crazy, but the older the him, the Gundawans, etc. get, the less likely you are to win this illustrious prize. Diaz. I guess if you're Pep Guardiola and Inzaghi, you just want no regrets. DeMarco absolutely has clattered his City counterpart Bernardo Silva, and it will be a free kick to Manchester City. You also wonder, how much does nerves play a part in a game like this? To be honest with you, you never really see it unless someone does something that out of character. But these lot are human. No matter what Pep tells them, etc., there's going to be a bit of nerves. You wouldn't, you literally wouldn't be human. It's about how you channel it. Gundogan, Ake, Kevin De Bruyne plays it forward, finds Rodri. Rodri, good strength from him, avoids Brozovic, finds Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish to Gundogan. Is he going to fancy a shot? Finds John Stones. John Stones, is he going to shoot? Play position crowded out. So over here with Bernardo Silva on this right-hand side, up against DeMarco. The ball surely needs to be delivered. City could be in here. Bernardo Silva, twinkle toes. Oh! And it's not, again, the camera's done me dirty, but he's been able to just find a yard of space, and he's tried to find the far post. Unfortunately, it's not on target. But positive start, and this is the problem with City. They can just kill you. On another day, Bernardo Silva finds the far post. Onana's rooted to the spot. But fortunately, today so far, the diminutive Portuguese man couldn't find a target. Nearly. Diaz, Silva, Van Dijk, Varane, Saliba, top 5 Premier League defenders right now in that order. You know what? I don't think on ability necessarily, but you probably got to throw Ake and Akanji in there. Shout out Miss Melina. Thank you for that. Just want to see goals. I want to see controversy, if I'm honest with you. Akanji. The way City play out from the back is ridiculous. No foul, ref. Haaland clattered, ref. I think that's a soft one. Haaland's going to be in the trenches today. Acerbi doesn't quite agree with it, and he looks like he hurt himself in the build-up to it. Kevin De Bruyne. The thing is, you look at Haaland, it's the runs he makes. Jack Grealish. Stuff of dreams, isn't it? From Birmingham to a Champions League final. It's crazy. Ake. De Bruyne, first time into Grealish. Grealish weren't the best of passes by Kevin De Bruyne, in truth. Inter Milan have recovered the ball. And you've got Brozovic, who's got it back from Darmian. It's very tight. It's very congested. It's very much as expected a chess match at this moment in time. No nerves from Onana in goal. And he plays it with his left peg out of his own area. Denzel Dumfries can't keep it in possession. And it's back here with City. This is what you don't want to do. Kanji's arguably signing of the season. Obviously, it's Haaland, but he's up there, if we're completely honest. Pardon me, it can never be the same Akanji that was at Dortmund. Oh gosh, that was I got done dirty there. My hand slipped, which led to this, and now I've got mess all over my t-shirt. I'm having a man, and this all came from having a nap. Can't lie, I woke up 10 minutes before we came live, people. That's why I was a bit late. Woke up bare flustered. I was like, oh my god, I'm late. The sun put me to sleep, man. Nonetheless, Brozovic, Darmian, Bastoni. Gotta be brave. And that is brave by Inter. Barella. Gotta provide him with options. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Players like him got to be brave. Not the best of passes. Edin Dzeko, who's not exactly a spring chicken, didn't have a chance there. Lovely bit of play from Brozovic. What a player he is. Stones. Bernardo Silva's forced to go backwards. Again, both teams kind of limiting the space. It's really just being played in central areas. But again, it's not in areas that's going to harm someone. And you've got Manchester City's Edison, who really, in another world, probably would have been a midfielder. He's found that Akanji. Look how deep Bernardo Silva is, but he's here on. To be fair, Haaland had no opportunities there. I woke up 10 minutes before the game started from a nap as well. DG, don't beat yourself down. Stuff happens. I definitely don't regret it. I might have fallen asleep on the stream, but I appreciate that the fact that someone else felt the same way. And it's again here with Edison. We're 8 minutes and 30 seconds into this Champions League final tie, people, and you're here with Ake. The Edin Dzeko derby, the Balotelli derby. It's a crazy game of football, isn't it? Diaz. Akanji. If it stays like this, surely there's penalties, man. It's going to need a moment of magic, really, if the game stays the way it is, to really make something happen. Bernardo Silva appealing for a free kick. Did he actually get it? Or did DeMarco? Because that would have been a soft one if it went in City's favour. And that's the only thing that could harm City, overplaying. As you saw there with Bernardo Silva, he had to make a tactical foul. For Inter, can we start to utilize the fullbacks? Can we get them bombing forward? Allegedly, the game's for free on YouTube, on UEFA's YouTube account. So I wouldn't bother with a stream ahead. I'd open up another tab, mute that, go over there, and then yeah, man. I believe so. Just like they did for the conference and the Europa League. Inter Milan. Come on, find DeMarco. Find him. Don't be a hero, Hakan Calhanoglu. Pass it, man. He's found DeMarco. DeMarco delivers. It's a good ball. It's headed out by Diaz. DeMarco's tried to give chase. City could counter-attack here. Kevin De Bruyne is in the pockets. I don't know why they didn't find him. Didn't know Bernardo Silva was that strong. Good strength from him. Inter look good. I mean, both teams have to look good. It's a Champions League final. If you don't look good today, you need to tell your manager so you can come off. This is not the game to be playing poorly. It will eat you alive for years to come. You can't guarantee as great as City are and as great as Inter are, individually as players. The clubs might be, but individually as players, you can't guarantee that you'll play in this again. And for Gundogan, and to be fair, Gundogan obviously of Turkish descent, Hakan Calhanoglu, but you know, the same. This final is being played in Istanbul. It's extra special. SJ supporting Inter Milan. Oh, Edison, what's that, lads? Surely, is someone injured? The way you passed there, surely someone's injured. Pep looks to galvanize them. Very cheap play from City. Don't see that too many times. Throw him for Inter Milan. So much so, I believe surely someone, the way Edison played that pass, surely someone's injured. Doesn't appear to be the case, folks. Denzel Dumfries with a long searching throw-in. Edin Dzeko tries to keep it alive. Darmian's technically tried a shot. It's terrible. In fact, to be fair, the camera, it's actually still alive. This is a decent bit of play. Lautaro Martinez touch weren't the best ref. No way, that's a foul. Plays continued. That's a foul for Inter. Goal kick. Stones isn't happy with Lautaro Martinez's conduct. But shout out to Lautaro Martinez. He almost turned a terrible decision from a teammate into a decent one. Bit confused as to how that wasn't given in Inter's favour. Are City looking any? Are City showing nerves? Con reckons City are looking rattled. Big up Spartan. Bernardo Silva, ref, you're giving some soft free kicks, man. It's a game of football. Every bit of contact. Pretty even game in this opening 12 minutes. Ake, Rodri, back to Ake. Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva in acres of spaces. Tries to find Haaland. Doesn't find Haaland. Grealish can't bring it under. And it's somehow falling back to Kevin De Bruyne. Big up DG. City are lacking the intensity right now. It's a long game. You know, you got 90 minutes to play. The way it's staying right now, potentially the threat of on an added half an hour and penalties. It's a long game. Pardon me. Stones is fouled there. And he wins a free kick. City have kept him moving. So far, Inter will be lucky. You know, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, they're dropping quite deep to receive the ball. Now, it's very easy to do this in the opening 12, 13 minutes than the last, but that's positive because they're going to run into traffic. Like Grealish here. Good strength from Grealish. Bundled over by Denzel Dumfries. You'd imagine a theme of Inter Milan's team has been get tight, get into them, and throw your weight around because they've looked to do that. Gundogan tries to flick it forward for Haaland. Darmian reads the game well. Finds Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez, can he find DeMarco? I think he does. Where's his support? DeMarco down this left-hand side. Said, nah, it's not a decent cross in truth. But Barella can keep it alive. Barella living a movie. It's ricocheted off Ake. It'll be a corner kick for Inter Milan. Edison always looks so relaxed. I swear he buns. They always say you got to be crazy to be a goalie. And I think Edison displays that week in, week out. I think Edison, if I was a City fan, he'd make me calm, but he'd also make me nervous. Calm because he's a quality keeper. Nervous because he's just a madman. Like you said, he's almost so calm. It's worrying. Why did he go for goal straight away? Trying to live a movie. Bernardo is a problem on the right, thinking and what have you. He's one of them players. You probably think you can nick the ball. He does that. I'm not comparing him to Messi, but he does that Messi stuff, that low center of gravity, turns on the ball, gets his foot in the way. Really good player, Bernardo Silva. One I really wanted at Arsenal, man. Fell in love with the player when he was the Portugal under 21 championships a few years ago. I think he was at Monaco then. Corner kick to Inter Milan. DeMarco's taking it. It looks to be one from the training ground. Barella's delivered. City are not going to fall for that. And it's been dealt with. Darmian, don't go home. Darmian shook. Safety first approach. Goes all the way back to Onana. Bastoni on the ball is very good. You got to be in the modern day playing at centre half. But you're right. Good start by Inter and City, if I'm honest. But it's not even about starting well. It's about finishing well. And to be fair, arguably, yes, you need to play well in the final, but it's not about playing well. It's just about getting over the line. Really. Long ball forward by Inter Milan. Laturo's got a lot to deal with there. First and second balls are not going to be in Inter Milan's favour. Rodri, that's never a foul play. Continues. Can Laturo get a shot? Oh, that's a brilliant tackle by Diaz if a foul's not given. City could have been in problems there. And it's here with Bernardo Silva down this right-hand side. But one thing about Inter, there's a lot of numbers back. This is why I'm so happy Inter in this final, excluding AC, as opposed to AC Milan, because AC Milan probably be 2-3 down against City right now. Throw into City. I believe. Fantastic tackle by Ruben Diaz. Had he have got his bearings wrong, City could have been in trouble. I like Laturo, but that's where you want to see him want it a bit more, man. That was a bit cheap there. Oh, wow. Somehow this is in Inter Milan's favour. Italian job, man. It's one of them things. You just need to get over the line. I'm keen to see how both teams, whoever scores first, whether City can score first or Inter score first, and obviously vice versa in terms of conceding. I'm keen to see the reactions. Oh, Sparrow. I just clocked Sparrow fought for Kyle Walker, man. Sparrow fought for Kyle Walker being on well, anyone in it. Pep can't win. Everyone wants to play in this, but Sparrow fought for Kyle Walker, who's probably played a key part, like a number of his City teammates out there in the Champions League final and been dropped. Crazy. Oh, that's good play by Barella. Keep that on. Laturo can't. Barella's wife must be in the stadium, man. He's doing one too many skills. So, yeah, man. Poor bit of play there. Could do a lot better. And it'll be a throw into Man City with Ake. Anybody's guess who comes home with the silverware? How is Cal on the bench? Because Pep's a madman. If Pep says you're not the best option to start, then you're not the best option to start. And I think he's earned that right. Brozovic, what a player, man. Can he keep it alive? That's ours, ref. Why am I saying ours? I'm not even involved in this game. Ref don't agree with me. I mean, if City win, but it should be good for Inter to win. Just so us fellow supporting English teams can breathe a bit. Rodri, Ake, nonchalant kick forward. Haaland in the trenches, loses out to Darmian. Haaland's got his work cut out. I think he's going to have to be patient and wait for the Inter to tire, really, because he's playing against 3 centre-halves. They're very tight to Haaland early doors, and he knew that was going to happen. City knew that was going to happen. Pep knew that was going to happen. It's looking like one of them games you just need one moments of brilliance. Darmian thought he was fouled by Haaland there. Don't know how the ref hasn't given it. Fair enough. Has he given it now? I believe so. Okay. Inter are well drilled. They have a lot of experience on the pitch. You're going to need every bit of it. Silva, along with a long list of past and present footballers who buck the Prem's foolish mindset that small players can't ball out and dominate. It's the mentality. Brilliant channel, always talking about the game. Keep it up. Living in London. Kind words. Thank you very much. Very nice words, man. Will do. And speaking of the game, Akanji, Diaz, Ake. Is it a case of both teams clearly playing the back three-ish, kind of cancelling each other out? Haaland knocks it forward, but hasn't given Grealish much to work with. Grealish, very good at keeping the ball, has to do everything there. I think, has he earned a corner? Just about didn't. I think Grealish, keep your hands down. You're going to give away a free kick. Good play by Serbi. In fact, just from sheer persistence from City, Grealish has managed to hustle a throw in. Inter, the typical Italian side. To be fair, I wish Arsenal played a bit like this 80 minutes into a couple of games we played City. Because it does look like Inter Milan have belief. They are kind of quote-unquote going for it. And they're trying their best to nullify, apologies, the potential threat of City's players. And again, it's the first 20-odd minutes into this game, 18 if you want to be technical. It's very easy to do that now. It's when there starts to be tired legs and there's gaps opening, and that's when it becomes a challenge to defend against Haaland. Inter Milan are fighting. Lautaro Martinez, he's up by himself, really. It's a poor pass from him. Edin Dzeko had no chance. And Barella's not happy. To be fair, Lautaro has to do better than that. Pardon me, Rodri. Now, I would not describe the game as intense at this moment in time. A chess match. And here goes DeMarco, who could be an outlet for Inter Milan. DeMarco, there's actually quite a few Inter Milan shirts forward. There needs to be quality. Brozovic. Lautaro Martinez, no options. Brozovic goes for the shot. Tries the DG. It don't work. To be fair, it looked like he stole the ball for Lautaro Martinez. It looked like they were waiting for airline Denzel Dumfries to arrive down the right-hand side. And they didn't quite use it. I think Lautaro had the right idea. Brozovic thought, you know what, I've seen Modric do this bare times. It didn't bang. Positive start from both sides. But yeah, if you haven't tuned in for this opening 19 minutes and 53 seconds, you haven't exactly missed anything. I won't quite say as expected how many people thought, because I actually thought City would have a goal or two by now. As I said, I hope Inter Milan win. Lukaku's got something off the bench for us. Diaz. But if City win, fair enough. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. Rodri. Ooh, almost put Rodri in problems there, Ake, isn't it? Unusual. Kevin De Bruyne goes back to Ake. I didn't know about the Brozovic stocks. I mean, how can you know? He's a baller, man. To be fair, Inter have some good players and experienced ones. Kevin De Bruyne tries a ball with the outside of his foot. Denzel Dumfries and Anana were alert to the situation. Final ball has been atrocious from both sides, really. Bastoni. Ooh. I know he's comfortable playing out from the back, but when City are trying to win the ball back, it's not necessarily the most sensible of approach. That's good hold-up play from Denzel Dumfries, of all people. Barella's done well. Lovely play. Edin Dzeko, apologies. Barella's made the run forward. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, got to do better than that. Got to do better than that. Got to do better than that. Inter Milan have to keep holding the ball a bit better. I thought Rodri was fouled. The ref says play on, and to be fair, it's good play by City to avoid that. Got to do much better there. Looks like Inter, and again, they know themselves. They haven't exactly got a young team where they can just press for 90 minutes, but it does appear when City enter certain areas, there's an urgency to win the ball back, and they are forcing City backwards. Probably looks like the second half will tell us more, or probably towards the end of this first half when, again, tired legs start to become a thing. As soon as I heard Haaland say one more game, as soon as the whistle went on the FA Cup, I was worried for Inter. I think we all are. Two mathematical geniuses on the sidelines dictating with hand signals. Haven't seen me play Football Manager. Gundogan fighting. No, ref. It's not a foul. Let play continue. I don't know why Inter Milan are crying there. It's not a foul. Ball by Man City. It's avoided everyone. Jack Grealish. Can Victoria Beckham have a shot? Doesn't go for the shot. Ake's kept it alive. Inter Milan live to fight another day. The Inter Milan man is still down. Who is that? To be fair, Inter haven't put it out. Surely the ref's got to get involved. DeMarco's still down. Boy. DG's tactics, Pep's nonsense. Exactly, man. Come on. Come on. Aren't we winning the league in Football Manager? Aren't we like 13 points clear with like 10 games to go? I don't look at the league table. What happened to DeMarco there? To be fair with you, he probably does have a case for a foul there. Does Gundogan? To be fair, Gundogan gets none of the ball there, does he, initially? I don't know how the refs avoided that one. Fair enough. Inter playing really well. Pretty even contest. Pretty even contest here. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button. Twitch can keep doing what you're doing. All of you, make sure you're providing your talking points, questions, etc. Daniel, my guy, appreciate you. I hope you're doing well and safe, and appreciate you for tuning in. I hope all of you are doing safe on that note. Edin Dzeko, good hold-up play by the big man, the experienced Bosnian international. Finds DeMarco, who's miraculously made a recovery. I need to tap into the FM streams. You're missing out, mate. You're missing out, mate. We beat Barcelona today. Well, but yeah, I played it. We beat Barca. We got out of we went through of the last 16. So yeah, unofficial treble. We lost to Spurs 4-1 in the FA Cup. We don't talk about that. Oh no. From an entertainment value, of course, as a neutral, this is not the most entertaining game of football. Edin Dzeko telling his teammates to calm down. But from a tactical point of view, with the contrasting styles of Inzaghi and Pep, with the way that there's been pressing, with both of them going with a back three, with the individual matchups, it's been a good game from a tactical point of view. Jack Grealish, such a player. Say you leave City, anyone can play for City. You might as well come to London. I'm watching the game, but I'm listening to the show. Wouldn't be the same. But I'm listening to the show. Wouldn't be the same, to be honest. Come on. John Stones, what a season he's had. Not the best of passes. It's avoided Gundogan. He's found Grealish. Never a foul, ref. Ref, you're giving fouls for anything. I mean, that's one thing I'm jealous of Grealish, his ability to win fouls and frustrate the opponent. Maybe Barella could have been a bit smarter, but I mean, come on, man. Any bit of contact for both teams is seen as a foul with this ref. He's not let much go. It's a final. Barella's actually been linked with City, and apparently they've held talks. Now, I doubt that. I don't doubt that City probably like him and things, but it's coming out. It's come out the week before, or the week where they're at the end of it, they're playing in the Champions League final. Imagine Kovacic in this system. If it's true that Kovacic is going to sign for these lot, it's crazy. The only time the rest of the Prem has a chance, in my opinion, is when Pep leaves. Oh, somebody is. Good hold-up play by Haaland. It looked like Kevin De Bruyne was going to open the deadlock, but someone sniper rifled him and he's dropped on the floor. And here goes Barella. Can Barella find a teammate? If Diaz doesn't make that tackle, potentially the Toro Martinez is in. And I just wish that Edin Dzeko was 10 years younger, because you can see what he's trying to do. Oh, who was that? Another mistake by Edison. Who was that? And Inter Milan, man, Barella's tried to catch him off his line. And as you can see from Pep, again, psychologically, you wonder how much this factors in. He keeps saying, relax, relax, relax. City not relaxing there. Barella's got the technical ability and quality to pull that off. I don't think that would be in the highlights reel. Are into doing the Mourinho thing. A bit more positive than that, but they are. And to be fair, as the game goes on, they're starting to become pockets of space. And Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland, I'm watching them very closely. Gundogan making the delayed run as well. It's only Grealish that isn't really running off the ball. As you know, he's a quality player. Bernardo Silva, Rodri. City looking to, hit back a bit now. But the deadlock is still to be broken. Grealish, what a player, man. Sometimes I don't know why Edison gets rated. He's a quality keeper. He's just a madman. Like, that's why I think Edison and Alisson's close, but I'd prefer Alisson, because Alisson more knows obviously Alisson's made mistakes, but Alisson more knows he's a goalie. Edison's one of these crazy guys. Because Grealish is a player. If you don't like it, turn off. Haaland could be in. Oh, he doesn't have to do something. He's a talented player, man. Like, he's won a couple fouls. He's a quality player. He's never going to be a man that gets goals and assists. Rodri, Grealish. Grealish delivers. Denzel Dumfries' head's clear, but it's still alive. And this is the thing. You will have to give City chances. Onana was equal to it. Oh, you've seen Kevin De Bruyne lay across over the top 1,000,000 times. That one weren't good enough, was it? And Grealish is a talent. Grealish is such a player, 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 such a player. If you don't like it, leave. Big up Man United, but you have to catch a stray, man. You lot waffle about Jadon Sancho. Why can't we waffle about a player actually doing it, mate? And Martial and all that. Onana scares me. Good keeper, but he's beaky, man. And then there's another one, like, good with your feet and that, but I don't think you're 100, like, he'll make your heart rate go up a couple of times. Milan have been good. They have, but it's not about being good. It's about winning. No. Bastoni. DeMarco. Still want to see Dumfries and DeMarco in City's half if Inter want to make something happen. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, you don't want to play today, man. You're letting the occasion get to you. You're the one Inter player that looks off the pace. Inter could be in here. Barella, come on, the touch, man. Half of us British fans are relying on you lot, man. Anyways, Diaz galloping forward, finds Kevin De Bruyne as Grealish to his left. Cuts inside. Kevin De Bruyne history? Nah. Hasn't struck it clean enough. It's another shot on target. But if Onana got beaten from there's serious question marks. Kevin De Bruyne has been kicking in, inshallah, today. Couple poor passes. I think it's the nerves from both teams. I actually think City look a lot more nervous than Inter, but it's not that deep. Darmian, oh, dodgy. Here you go. It could be done. Gundogan, Darmian, the United man. Oh, fortunately, Grealish, what a player, has played a poor pass. Onana takes it quickly, finds Barella. Come on, Barella, man. We need a lot more quality. Lukaku, get warmed up for me. Barella. Come on, man. How long do you want? Edin Dzeko, come on. Pick a pass, big man. Come on. Good strength. Ref! Ake bit the bait there. Oh, Jesus, Louise, I've just been saying he's a good player, man. All I've said is his ability to win fouls, you know, and he's a good player. He doesn't have to do anything for me to think he's a good player. Wouldn't say I've been hyping him. He is a player. Tell me what I've said wrong. Grealish, what a player. If Grealish isn't a good footballer, then I need to hand over this deluded title. If you like, if we was waffling about Pogba or someone that's played with United, you wouldn't say that. Like, oh, I hope Kevin De Bruyne is all right. I don't know if he's been fouled, but he's gone down, kind of clutching his chest. Don't know how hot it is in Turkey. Don't know how much of a part that plays. I hope he's all right. Foden getting warmed up. Okay, it doesn't look like a chest thing like I initially thought. He's holding his leg. Now, unclear what this is with Kevin De Bruyne. Rah, 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 rah. You're using some funny words. You know what? I don't agree with that. Just get out of here, man. Safe. Must be about 2 years old, man. Former United players keep winning trophies. I mean, in Damian's case, I hope they win. Temporarily, Kevin De Bruyne has come off people. Pep Guardiola using this as an opportunity to talk to his players. I don't know what that means, getting thingy. Grealish, of course, Grealish isn't my relative, but you're getting on to me for just saying he's a good player. Like, I don't understand what the beef is. You don't have to do a million step overs or score a million goals or look exciting every time. He is a player. You know, you don't play for City if you're not a player. Like, there's very few City players, literally, that I think are not special. I think Cole Palmer's a good player, but right now, you know, compared to all the City players, Sergio Gomez, you're like, not the best. Apart from that, everyone else is lit. Scott Carson, your man, them, but you're not really the guy like that. Any top 6 team in the Prem would take Grealish in a heartbeat. Yeah, man. His ability to win fouls, quality in tight areas, is a bit of a rattler as well. He's never gonna. Well, I'm not gonna say never, but I don't think you're a player that's ever gonna get mad goals and assists. Not because I think you have the capacity to, but I think your game's more than that. But yeah, enough about Grealish. I like Barella. You know, he's a D head. He's hurt. He's on hurting, man. I like it. Barella's a great player. Kevin De Bruyne is back on the field. Always played it behind Grealish. Barella's a quality player, man. Surely, I don't even know how much he would cost if he was to leave Inter Milan, but you'd imagine with the way football is going right now, stupid money. Absolute stupid money. Less than 15 minutes to go until half-time. Oh, Brozovic, that touch was horrible. Hakan Çalhanoğlu surely collated Haaland. Haaland's got back up to his feet and Inter have some defending to do. I don't know where the advantage was to City. I'd be very upset if I was a City fan. I think we just should take the free kick. And yeah, if I'm completely honest, both teams need to raise the quality levels. Pep Guardiola looks like he'll be making a change anyways. Foden has his bib off. It looks like he will be coming on. It does look like Kevin De Bruyne was moving all right after, but maybe Pep said, you know what, it's just too big of a risk. I'm not really on none of that. You're coming off, fella. I'm not too sure in that regards what to expect. Again, if you're on YouTube, smash the like button. Twitch gang, one love. Does track back. A bit like Haaland. You know, they've really improved the other facets of their game. Like, you look at Haaland, actually, like, just for the even when he was scoring goals, if you just watch his first couple of games for City to now, he's dropping a lot deeper. He's involved a lot more. It's that education Pep puts you through. Pardon me. Okay. Pretty even contest here. Well, not the most entertaining of Champions League finals. Oh, Diaz almost lost his footing. Couple of times that's happened today, actually. And it's back here with Edison, who, if I'm honest, has looked a bit shaky on occasion when he's played the passes. Diaz asks his goalie for the ball. Diaz. Ake. Gundogan. What can Gundogan do? Again, but Inter, to be honest, so far, so good off the ball. Kevin De Bruyne, final luck, non-existent feel for him. Big up DG. It seems like all the man them are back in Inter. It is what it is. The game's the game, man. John Stones, great play from him. All action. Good pass, really, to Akanji. Akanji has to get out his feet early. Finds Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva plays it to John Stones. John Stones has to go back to Bernardo Silva. deep into territory here. Bernardo Silva finds Kevin De Bruyne. I wonder if Foden's been told to sit back down. He took off his beard. He was in his kit. It looked like they were waiting. Maybe he has to sit back down. Akanji. It's now here with Gundogan. Drops a shoulder. What can he do? Skips past one, past two. Plays it down his right-hand side. Kevin De Bruyne again. It's overhit by Kevin. Is it a corner kick? Or a goal kick? I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, like, his radar's not quite been there for a player of his quality. Slightly overhitting it. De Bruyne injury means Yaya curse activated. One thing about Yaya Toure, he's never going to get away with it. And it looks like Foden will be coming on. Kevin De Bruyne off camera has done this. I think his day's gone. I'm no physio and I don't know nothing. But you'd imagine that Kevin De Bruyne, and maybe it could be an impact injury in the game, but you'd imagine that Kevin De Bruyne has had an injury and he's played on it getting into this game and he's been in issues. He's definitely not, in my opinion, not been 100% going into this game. They've taken the risk and ultimately it's not banged. But, you know, unfortunately, I know at this moment in time, Kevin De Bruyne is on another level to Foden, but let's not forget, Foden's a golden boy in his own right. And now he's going to enter the fray, you know. It's all right. What a replacement to bring on. City lad. Love to see that from the City players, though. They are consoling him. It does look like Kevin De Bruyne is going to cry. Which I can't blame him, man. Like, he wants to play a key part. On comes Phil Foden. Didn't back his mum, but maybe he backs his football team today. Pep consoles Kevin De Bruyne. Gutted for any footballer, man. You work hard to be part of these moments. It's peak. 2 Champions League finals in a row. It's peak. He did look nervous. Maybe that explains why the passes that were so accustomed to being perfect from Kevin De Bruyne, it didn't really happen. But yeah, City are going to have to win without him. Phil Foden, who's quality player in his own right. And one day you're going to look at City and provided he's still there, obviously you think of Haaland, but you've got Gundogan, you've got De Bruyne, you've got all of those players historically. Foden's going to be, you know, the go-to man for City once upon a time, like a couple of players. So I'd be keen to see when that changeover happens. Oh, Nano, has he found an Inter Milan man? Laturo flicks it on, but Edin Dzeko's not young like you. He can't go win that. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, that was great tracking back to win that ball. I can't lie, went in to do press. It's been amazing. John Stones does not feel pressure, does he? Like him and Edison, they don't know what pressure is. Edison just put his foot through it. Maybe he does feel pressure. Grealish wins a header against Dumfries. What a player. Ref, you can never give Denzel Dumfries a free kick for that. What a free kick to win. The ref, how can you? Ultimate dark arts. A man just flung himself like Eddie Guerrero, frog splash to the ground. You could never have fell for that. DeMarco down this left-hand side. That's a ball to Denzel Dumfries in the build-up play. Come on, do it for the fullback. Don't pass. Do the DG. I would have scored by now. Cappuccino. Denzel Dumfries, like all us fullbacks, once you get into the final third, you just see flashing lights. It's like a deer in the headlights. Should I shoot? Should I pass? Will I be in this opportunity again? Ultimately, that's died by City. Bernardo Silva leads the press from the front. He's done his meniscus. Is that confirmed? That's peak. If he has, you got to feel it for Kevin De Bruyne, man. Like, that's peak. Barella's tried to deliver. Okay, good defending. Hey, I can't believe it. He definitely needs to be on Blue Story or something. That is serious acting. Acting like a shotgun in a movie, just hitting guns. Like, see us what? You see why us fullbacks are the most important, though? You saw what Zinchenko doing for signing for Arsenal happened. You see the way Akanji and them man have played. Fullbacks are the most important in the system. Shameless. Shout out all my Sunday League fullbacks out there. DG off topic. What do you think of J Huss Drake? I just think it's all right. I think too many people want to be edgy and say it's not the best. I do think Drake could have come with a harder verse, but it's Drake, isn't it? Like for J Huss, it just matters about the numbers, man. The numbers. Damian. Barella. Onana. Serbi. I know what he's thinking. If Pep wins the champ, sorry, do you step down? I don't think he does. Or even Inzaghi, do you step down? Because forgive me if I'm wrong. Napoli won Serie A this year. AC Milan won it last year. And did Inter not win it the year before? I don't even know if Inzaghi was there. And I don't think Pep will leave. I think he'll want to go again in that. But like, what more could you do, Pep? Is it a sabbatical thing? What more could you do? Unless you're going to go into the international game. You're going to go Paris Saint-Germain for absolutely no reason, which I can't see. The Barca move, maybe they'll clip Xavi for you. Can't see that happening right now. You could ironically go into Milan. I'm sure you'd be a dream of Juventus if they can get rid of Allegri. But I always think is that even if Gundogan's got a renewal offer on the table, if you win the champs and the treble, surely it's now time to bust out. Conte won it with Inter. You're right, still. Memory lane settings. What's Inzaghi won for Inter Milan? I know they won a trophy the other day. But even that, if you won the champs, surely you got to bust out. You're in the same realm as Jose. Foden, you got to back the beef, blood. It's not a free kick. It's not a free kick. No one cares that you're left-footed and special, bro. You better go win that ball back. Fortunately for him, people have dodgy touch by Inter Milan. Another Oscar-winning dive. Pep turned Stones into Busquets. You better go get that back. I don't know what Foden was doing. It's a Champions League final. Play to the whistle, as they say. Acerbi looks like one of them players. You just look like you're capping. You look like you're ready for this pantomime stuff. And I don't think Foden fouled him there or enough to make him jump up and down like that. But the game's the game. Barella. Denzel Dumfries. Goes to Brozovic. To be fair, who's probably played closer to their potential? Probably Inter. I think it is an even game with 5 minutes left of this half. But I think City have more gears to go up. I'm more impressed by Inter Milan, but no one's... I say that impressed thing lightly because no one's done nothing well. I'm more impressed with the whole collective battle, really. Lautaro Martinez fighting kind of bottled that, really, against Diaz. Players are starting to walk. I wonder how costly but Kevin De Bruyne coming off will be because he was trying to find Haaland at every occasion. Phil Foden, can he find a teammate? Finds his fellow club and country teammate in Grealish. Grealish, can he be aggressive and take on Denzel Dumfries? Cuts inside. Finds Phil Foden. Foden to Rodri. Does he fancy a shot? Doesn't. Ake. Gundogan. Very tight, very congested by City. Gundogan. Back to Rodri. Finds Bernardo Silva. Can he cut in and do a Bukayo Saka? Shameless. Bernardo Silva. Again, you have to give credit to Inter Milan off the ball. But it's City. They have the ability to just cut you open. He's done it all if he does DG. I mean, if I'm Pep, surely, man, go and rest for a year. I think that's the only chance a Prem team has a chance against Pep. I know Liverpool have picked Pep to a title and things like that, but I just think City will still be up there. But when they lose Pep, it's more of an even contest. Pep is a madman. Rodri. Pep will get snapped up by Saudi Arabia at all. If you just go get paid, man. Go get paid. Go get paid. Ake. Grealish. Takes on Denzel Dumfries. Poor defending. Surely a foul. Surely a foul. Grealish, Victoria Beckham losing his hair there. Free kick. Poor defending by Dumfries. Tries to sell the ref. He's pulling his shirt. Wait. Has Grealish won the free kick? Surely Grealish has won the free kick. Well, to be fair, Grealish is 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but it did look like Denzel Dumfries was pulling him. That's one way to stop Grealish. Because you're trying to kill a guy for saying Grealish and you used one crazy way of describing things, man. I think that's what the galley says, gaslighting. You're vexed that I'm talking about Grealish and then you're saying you're going mad. Let me be mad then, innit? Kevin De Bruyne looks like he wants to cry on the subs bench. Phil Foden has the ability, can go that way. He's already down in City folklore, innit? Being a homegrown lad, but you could go down in even more homegrown. I mean, banter aside, I know it was the COVID tax for Liverpool, but they still won it, man, really. Like, they still won it, like. Goal kick to Onana's into Milan. The Toro, come on, lad. Trust, my man's on to man, bro. Like, you'll get unblocked after this, man. Don't cry, don't cry. Make sure you subscribe to Twitch, though. If not, is what it is. Smiles for Mahrez. That's one guy not feeling the pressure. Shout out the Inter Milan suit that Inzaghi's wearing, the Monclizzi. It's got the Moncler sign and then the other side. Pep wants that quadruple. I mean, you have to give credit to Southampton. Didn't Southampton beat them in the League Cup? Southampton done their part. It's unfortunate that Arsenal, Man United couldn't do theirs, and we don't know what Inter's going to be saying. Under a minute to go. You'd imagine there's 2-3 minutes of added on time. You know, De Bruyne has been on the floor. There has been a couple stop starts. In fact, I'm going. My guess for added on minutes, 2 minutes. Haaland can't keep it in there. That's poor from Haaland, if I'm honest with you. Still scoreless. Inter doing well so far. How's the game been? A chess match. Not really been anything. Onana's had to make a couple of low-level saves. Edison hasn't really had too much to do. It's just been a chess match, really. Inter do look good when they press, do look good on the counter, and are giving a good account of themselves. City at times are getting into it, but I think both teams could go up several gears. Don't think any team's done enough in the final third to warrant going ahead, and that's why it's still 0-0. Second half, probably where it's all said, because again, tired legs start to become a thing. Bang on the money. 2 minutes of added on time. Smash the like button. Shout out me, man. 2 minutes of added on time in his first half, folks. Okay, Phil Foldinho. Would you make changes at halftime? Not at this moment. Not at this moment. If I was Pep, though, I would say Julian Alvarez, stay warm. That's one. I think these are the games for him. Big up top blue. Lukaku cooked second half. Hope so. You know, Arsenal are a long way away from winning this trophy, but I haven't seen Chelsea win it twice. You know, I haven't seen, you know, all these things. It'd be another English team winning it before we've got a chance, man. The Oracle there, I wish, man. If I was the Oracle, I'd be doing the lottery numbers, mate. Then I'll probably have one of them exclusive boxes at this game. Some of my content creating friends have been invited to this game, thinking, where's the sponsors be? What I don't watch football. Big up the watch along, but I can't give me a ticket. Oh! No, I'm gassing it. I'm shouting for no reason. I think that was a shout out to Fabio Capello in the building. Bare Inter Milan, former Inter Milan players are there. The space was open up for Akanji. He's licked it with his left foot. I can't lie, a little better first time than the camera. It's a centre-half shot, innit? Yeah, let me hype the guy, man. You don't need to do something for me to say what a player. Leave him. Why have you got so much? What did Grealish do to you? Does your girl have Grealish as her phone screensaver? What did Grealish do to you? What did I do to you, man? What's wrong with you, man? It's Champions League final. I don't know if you live in the United Kingdom or whatever, but it's a nice day. Chill out, man. Just enjoy it. Relax. Calm down. Denzel Dumfries with a long throw. Oh, I didn't see that, but that didn't look like a good landing by, I think that's Diaz. Surely Edin Dzeko's not going to complete 90 minutes. He hasn't played poorly, but there's a couple things you can just see. If he was 10 years younger, there might be an opportunity. In fact, that's the end of the first half. 0-0, folks. What have you lot made of the game for those of you that are watching? Van Basten isn't happy with Burner Boy's performance. Boy. Pardon me. So, yeah, folks, it's 0-0. Game of chess. Not too much to really speculate on. Good tactical battle. Hope our lads are watching, taking notes. Hefner, whatever. I think that's Malot or whatever he is on Twitch. We're giving this guy too much attention, Mike. So, yeah, man. Clinic in defending by Inzaghi. To be fair, you're right still. I think Inter have got tight. They've got aggressive, like you saw with Grealish against Dumfries. They're frustrated. I think they've tried their best to limit the space Haaland's got. They've forced City's players backwards a lot. They've defended their area very well. They've broke forward when they can. Probably just need a bit more quality in the final third. Same goes for City. Haaland's had an effort. Akanji's had an effort. There's been a couple of efforts, but it's not been City's quality, and it's not been enough clearly to break the deadlock. So both teams are going to have to up it. Arteta better be watching this game if it's a chess match. We need to have a backbone against City next season. Amen. What are you saying if you're Pep at halftime? Remain calm. Couple times, especially City's defend, especially Edison. Just a couple of uncharacteristic things. It looks like, I wouldn't say players are nervous, but players are nervous. They're not. There's been a couple of moments where, you know, a pass hasn't quite, like even Kevin De Bruyne, like a lot of the play in the final third hasn't quite been as good as it can. And no matter what you wrap around it, you know, these lot are human beings. There's got to be a degree of nerves in a Champions League final, potentially doing a treble and things. I just say have no regrets and just keep calm, man. And can we just all play a couple percentages better? Because there's nothing in it. You know, it's been a good, even contest. Not any, I wouldn't say a fullback against a winger against a fullback, a centre back against a striker. I wouldn't say anyone's in anyone's pocket. Dumfries is looking really, the whole of Inter looking good defensively. But again, the second half, when legs are getting, it's easy to do that in the first 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Can you do that in the last 10? When you're making that run forward and you're busting a gut to do that, and can you get back? That's when the gaps start opening. That's where you're looking at Foden. That's where you're looking at Haaland running into the spaces. Feels like one of them games where probably a goal does it, really. De Bruyne breaking down when the lights are the brightest. No wonder Courtois took his wife. He did. Where's there any need for that? What is that? Stop watching what other people are doing with their private parts as well, man. There was no need for that, Joseph. What does that have to do with football, man? Martinez looked more and more likely to break past Diaz. Lots of space in behind Stones and Akanji on the counter. Sometimes City players are getting caught on the ball. All wonderfully gifted technical players, but as good as you are, sometimes you need a bit more urgency. I do think there's a bit of nerves, but I don't know if that's the case. I think Rodri's quietly going about his business today, if I'm honest. So it is what it is, man. But you'd imagine City surely run right in the second half. Still imagine City win. I want to be wrong, though. But who knows? Stones is quietly going about his business as well. Yuri Telemans to Aston Villa, folks. What a signing for Villa. No, it was necessary to burn these pagans. DG, shout out Courtois. Now keep Edin Dzeko on for corners, far better than Lukaku in that aspect. I appreciate Inter not being passive like Roma and Fiorentina. Italy losing 3 finals can't be good for their league. To be fair, with Roma, I don't think they finished their dinner and they left too much to be desired. I think West Ham were quite good against Fiorentina. Shout out to all of you who have been part of them watch-alongs. They didn't finish their chances. A man said, I'm a Man United fan, but today I'm Italian. Lukaku needs to come on for Edin Dzeko. Rodri and Brozovic both been good in their midfields. Man City look puzzled. If Inter can make some good opportunities, they get something out of this. And Inter have covered the centre and wings, making life hard for Haaland to make it 1 versus 2 in behind. I hear that. Lovely thoughts, people, from you lot. Keep them flowing. Pardon me. But it's still 0-0. And I wonder if the managers will have to earn their, they have to earn their money today. If somebody off either bench makes the difference. Onana, fantastic ball playing ability. Don't really rate him as a goalkeeper, but yeah. It is what it is. Xavi Simons talking about his future. Boy. You know you want to sign for the Emirates club, mate. We're going off topic. It's going to go to Pens, I reckon. It's looking that way. The more frustrated City get, the better for Inter. If Inter, big up Stylish. If Inter win, I'm copying the shirt. Shh. Big up yourself, my guy. Yeah, I might as well. Forget the Juventus shirt I have. Allegedly, I've never done the Juventus thing. I think Onana's distribution is very underrated and his shot stopping. I think this game will showcase his ability. Good, he's a good keeper. I don't think anyone can underrate his ball playing ability because he displays that week in, week out. Good shot stopper. Just known to do madness at times, which really is probably overstated. Do you think a win today motivates City to go for the quadruple next year? I mean, on one hand, when you're used to winning titles, sometimes I guess complacency creeps in. But I'd imagine if you're these City players, some of you have more than 3 Premier League trophies. When you can get 1 trophy, you want to win it again and again and again and again. So why not? I mean, City's a team that genuinely, every team wants to go as far as they can in every competition, but City's a team that genuinely can. And I wonder if they'll look back at this season and say, you know what, had we have got over the line against Southampton, maybe there would have been a final for us, but is what it is. Swear down, Telemans ain't got no legs, DG. It's harsh. Haaland not holding up the ball well. Matthew is kind of out of it. Lukaku to come on a scumbag of 1-0 win. I'd be the happiest man in the planet if this is done in 90 minutes, if I'm honest with you. But nonetheless, big up you lot. Keep your thoughts coming. Says Fabregas in the building. You're going to be a good manager one day, aren't you? Good evening to you, Zeds. And everybody else tuned in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. You ain't hit the like button. What you doing? City chances. In fact, let's see statistically what has actually gone on in this game. You know, not a single effort has really been a clear-cut effort, but let's see what's been said. In terms of shots, both teams have had 4 shots. City have had 2 on target. Inter Milan just a 1. Manchester City have had 62% of possession to 38 of Inter. They probably knew that. City have played 305 passes. Inter Milan have played 36. There's only been 1 corner, and that's gone to Inter Milan. The game felt very personal in midfield. That first half, a lot of intentional kicking. If you're Inter Milan, that's what you got to do, innit? You want to frustrate them. You're moving mad spine. Balotelli's a madman, isn't it? This is a man that lets off fireworks in his own toilet in his own house. Like, Balotelli's crazy. And I know obviously we watch football for what you're doing on the ball, but you have to give credit to City off it into looking like they can hold this. Who knows? But the problem is with Inter, they obviously have the capacity to score goals. But if City score 1, will Inter be able to score 1, let alone 2? Is their game, obviously, if you're Inter Milan or if you're Inzaghi, you knew you weren't going to have as much of the ball. You know City are a better technical team than you, but you know arguably you're as good, or if not better, arguably at the defensive aspects of the game. So a lot of it was built of probably conceding, maybe even going a goal down. But how do you react? How does your game plan react? Bit hard. I don't think Rodri's stinking it up. Chiesa links additional thoughts. Good signing for us, really, but I don't believe anything that comes out of Italy in relation to Arsenal players unless people are holding shirts. I did a video on it nonetheless. So make sure you're there. Have to see what the second half brings, people. Have to see what the second half brings. A bit harsh to say Rodri's stinking it up. Very harsh, man. You're a tough man to please, man. So our third and final European watch along. We've watched the Conference League together. Shout out to West Ham. We watched the Europa League together. Shout out to Sevilla. No clue why the Conference League was played after the Europa, and now we're watching this. Barella would be a good number 8 for a Premier League side. Yeah, he would. My only problem with him is, imagine the amount of bookings my man would get. He loves verbal. I don't even know if he'll be able to complete this season. He'll be racking up yellow cards every game. Some of it due to tackling, and some of it because he's a bit like Verratti. He loves when he does this. Barella loves it. Watch Barella. That is all he does half the time to the ref. He loves it. Again, I've done some thoughts on that, people, in relation to, someone mentioned Chiesa and the rest of it. I've done a video on him and Saliba's new contract allegedly at Arsenal. Shout out to Hussam as well, because we did a vid there. And obviously Babs as well, because we did a vid yesterday, but a couple pieces have come out on my channel today. Do you think it's a bad decision to bench Skriniar, or do you think playing in Serbia is intentional to counter Haaland's physicality? I mean, anytime you've got Skriniar available, you want to play him. I'd always play Skriniar, but so far the manager's game plan is working. Obviously, Bastoni's quite good on the ball, not that Skriniar isn't. I think, is it Acerbi? He's been very experienced in that battle, and the use of Darmian has been quite good as well. So far it's working. Maybe a bit of it is that, you're effing off to Paris Saint-Germain, allegedly. A few weeks ago, did Skriniar not have a minor injury? So I don't know if that plays a part. So we'll have to see, man. Pardon me, allegedly, Onana had more touches. Sorry for hitting the mic. Had more touches in the first half than John Stones with 27. Grealish had the same number. Bernardo Silva had 25. And actually, Haaland just had 9 touches. We've got European trophies as well. We both have 2. But yeah, man. I've never been one for this bigger club and all these things, by all means. I don't really care if people think Arsenal's the smallest team in the world or the biggest team in the world. Let's just keep getting on. No Lila Toro reminds me of Lacazette. What Lacazette? The Arsenal Lacazette? Or somehow this doppelganger that's rocked up in La Liga. I mean, I said La Liga in Liga. And is running bare fast, scoring bangers. And Lacazette, I'm not happy with you, mate. I mean, what is going on with Kevin De Bruyne? He only lasted 36 minutes, which is longer than last year, people. He was forced off after 60. Apparently, most saves made in a single Champions League campaign since 2016-17. Courtois in 2021-22 made 59. Keylor Navas in 2020-21 made 54. Andre Onana this season has made 46 already. And you'd imagine if this game progresses, that will be a madness. In the 17-18 season and the 18-19 season, Alisson hit 46 as well. Apparently, Gundogan is the first German player to captain a non-German team in the final of a European Cup/Champions League. Crazy. Inter's last 3 European Cup finals have ended in a treble. Celtic beat Inter to complete the first treble in 1967. Ajax beat Inter to complete the second treble in 1972. Obviously, in 2010, Inter beat Bayern, completing the first Italian treble and denying Bayern's own. Boy, we'll have to see. Interesting. Onana's had a decent season. A good keeper, man. To be fair, I think United and Arsenal have had a similar story. Fallen giants from the 90s returning to rebuild and climb the top of the Prem. I hear that. I mean, what a signing Skriniar is for Paris Saint-Germain, but Paris Saint-Germain, unfortunately, is run like a circus. Onana, for me, should be City's new keeper, can play out the back and better shot stopper than Edison, one of the best in today's football for me. For me, Verratti is overrated, too slow and won many tricks in dumb areas. He does love that stupid pass when he receives the ball and losing it, but I respect your opinion, but there's no way you can say Verratti's overrated. The man's an absolute baller. Bit of shit. A bit upset for him. I don't think he should have been at Paris Saint-Germain this long, but fair enough. They rested Kevin De Bruyne all season, started only 28 in the Prem. Bit harsh. Out of 38 games, he started 28 of them to say he's been rested all season and couldn't even finish the half. If this heads to penalties, Man City misses a couple of them. It's the Euros all over again. Kevin De Bruyne limping off with an injury is a problem for City as they have to shift Bernardo to the 10. Don't think they've done that. Phil Fodenio's probably just coming. Second half soon upon us. Who wouldn't take Verratti, but looks like he loves a lifestyle too much. Yeah, potentially. If apparently a Croatian has won the Champions League in each of the past 10 seasons. Inter Milan have a Croatian in their ranks. And when you consider how small Croatia is as a country, the fact that they've got to a World Cup final and they produce these high-level players, it's inspirational, really. It's quite crazy. My brother Nana tried to tell man he's better than Kepa and Mendy. No brownie points for that. I can't lie. Whenever the camera pans to Laporte, he don't look happy. It's going to be lovely to see Saliba in that number 2 shirt for the next few years. Just keep playing the way you play, man. Don't really care what number you got. Check out the merch store, of course. City coming back out here. What a cheat code. Could you imagine Haaland and the Kanji been at City 2 minutes just cleaning up every trophy? And shout out to the young Rico Lewis on the bench for City. Things are dreams, eh? Really. Quite crazy. No emotion from Pep. Looks like he's here for business. I'm thinking Ikai goes Barca. Arsenal should take away the number 10. From who? From Smith Rowe. Light, man, please. No Smith Rowe slander at all. City players deliberating between themselves in the tunnel. Wonder what they're saying. Pep Guardiola in deep thoughts with Edison and Bernardo Silva. Another 45 minutes on the agenda, folks. Haaland will definitely be the greatest striker ever. Ever? I don't know about that, but he's on his way to achieving greatness. And I think he already is on his way. Got a long way to go because you're good, you're doing great things. He will go down as one of the best strikers to have ever graced the game. Man said Kodak photo moment with Vieira, Toure, and Seedorf. Football heritage. I know it's a Champions League final, but a bit harsh on the City players. Completely airing the little kids. They're all waving out their hands. Bit harsh. It takes 2 minutes just to do a little make a kid's day. Just a little shung shung. But I understand trying to be focused. Forza Italia. Come on, Inter. In terms of how he's going to be right now. Again, it'd be interesting to see, you know, who wins the Ballon d'Or in years to come, because there'll probably be a player that comes on the scene that we're not talking about. Vinicius is up there, Mbappe's up there. The only thing that I think goes against Haaland is while people love the fact that he scores goals and stuff, you know, and he's a great player, he's not exactly pleasing on the eye like the other names I've said, which doesn't go against him. I think Pedri will be up there, but Pedri is never going to be a player that's going to get like 10 goals, 10 assists plus. So the way the game's gone now, yeah. And there's probably some players I'm missing out. I think Dembele had potential to be mentioned in these conversations, but yeah, he's not for one reason or another as good as he is. Jose would be a perfect fit for PSG just because none of the players can bully him, like kind of what happened and led to the demise of some others. You think Leao has a chance? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I need to see it in it. I'm very much doubtful. For Valverde will win it one day. All action midfielder, but the game doesn't appreciate. Unfortunately, the present day don't appreciate. I know I've seen Van Dijk and Fabio Cannavaro win Ballon d'Ors, but the game don't appreciate them things there again. The game, football today does not. I'm not saying people don't get praised defensively, but it don't appreciate defenders like that. Defenders might as well get their own awards because you're not going to get Ballon d'Or. Unfortunately, you know, as great as you are as a defender, pardon me, it's never been more about stats than in this age, I believe. And obviously, people are not paying to watch centre backs. People are, you know, obviously Puyol was a great centre back, but people are not paying to watch Puyol. They're paying to watch Messi and things like that. Very harsh to use Messi as an example, but you get the point. John Stones, bit nonchalant attempt there by Haaland. Inter Milan cleared. One thing I like about Lautaro, he'll chase lost causes and he turns them into decent things. I thought that was a free kick for Lautaro Martinez, but he probably didn't sell it well enough. Huddle's in full effect. I swear Arsenal started this huddle thing. I mean, if we did, we're claiming things that we evidently know are wrong, but yeah, man. Smith Rowe has to be the first number 10 that sits on the bench the whole season. I'm just saying. Bit harsh, man. Smith Rowe will be back next season. Buy your stocks, mate. Okay. Can he find a teammate? Finds Rodri. I think Rodri could be a lot braver on the ball in a game like this. You can see Stones and Bernardo Silva. If he just looked over his shoulder, someone of his quality, he finds them. Inter could have had some defending to do. Akanji, Bernardo Silva knocks it forward, tries to get Haaland into the game. Bastoni wins the header. DeMarco against Bernardo Silva. Come on, ref, please. Falling for DeMarco, you're too wham and you got taps. You're not the ref. Look at he looks like he should be in prison. Look, he looks like he looks like a gangbanger, mate, with all these tats and stuff. Him going down like that against someone about, you know, not even half his size. Elite dark hearts, but no way, ref. And you even hesitated. You stopped. No way. Bernardo Silva 100% knows what he's doing. He did foul him, but you could have stayed on your feet if you wanted. No way, mate. Who is your favorite team on City? On Milan, I think you mean favorite player. Favorite player from both sides. Lautaro Martinez / Barella for Inter. City. Alvarez, Haaland, Grealish, Foden, Stones. I'm trying not to say Goodman and Kevin because you can't not appreciate them. Only centre backs who get love are the Love Island youths who are good on the ball. Saliba, Stones, yeah. Inter on the dark arts. What are you talking about? It's a joke, man. I'm a racial profile. Hey, brother, allow me, get out of here, man. And last time I checked, I wouldn't have that as racial profiling. Hey, cut, man. You're on some stupidness. Cut, man. He clearly looks like when you watch them Netflix shows, them prison shows, them series, he's the guy that's running the wing. You defo can't go down like that. Yeah, you talking? Hey, cut, man. Saka 2026 Ballon d'Or winner, light, man. No pressure, no pressure. Be lovely, though. Be lovely. DeMarco. 8 minutes and 50 seconds into this second half, folks. It looks, you know what? Many people probably would have predicted 3-4. City to hit 3-4, better yet. It's looking like a 1-0 each way. If not, we're heading for extra time. Looks like one of them games, a goal does it. Hey, man, we're doing that trouble next. Can we just win one major trophy first? Martinez could be Arsenal's Aguero. He'd be lit, but the thing with Martinez, I think you have the ability, but are you going to score 20+ league goals as the main man? Because you look like, again, did they not win the when they won Serie A, was it not with Lukaku and Lautaro, little and large? And obviously you see that now. When at Arsenal, we don't play with two forwards, innit? Pick up yourself. Going to need to do well in the Champions League and trophy this season. Listen, all I ask is Arsenal get out of the group, give me a decent little victory somewhere, and don't embarrass yourselves. Poor play by Onana and Inter Milan. Bernardo Silva could be in here. He crosses. Should do a lot better, City. Inter Milan living dangerously. Barella don't know about pressure. He nutmegs someone. He finds DeMarco. DeMarco's tried to punch it into the channels. Akanji's read the game well. Thought he would have played Ake there. Stones, Rodri. It's finally found Ake. Ake advancing forward. Like the game, it comes into life and then slows down. It's a bit of a weird one for a Champions League final. For the neutrals, if we just wanted pure entertainment. Gundogan. Diaz. Gundogan. Gundogan almost got in trouble there. Had to win it there. Thought he was fouled there, surely, ref. Gundogan's completely clattered. I don't know why Hakan Çalhanoğlu and co are vexed about that. You need to win the football. That's how you win a ball. Not taking out the man, absolutely clattering them out. But I'm a big fan of them acting like I didn't do anything. Good play by Darmian, really, to initiate the press. Gundogan knew he couldn't lose it. And then, unlike Darmian, you know, who made a fair challenge, Hakan's just completely swiped him out. Boy. Still 0-0, folks. Akanji. I think City need to take more risks, if I'm completely honest with you. Bernardo Silva, what can he do? Tries to sell DeMarco a dream, fullback union having none of it, and City have to do some defending. DeMarco, release it, Edin Dzeko, gives it back to DeMarco. DeMarco, Lautaro Martinez, man on, clattered, ref. No way he won the ball. I stand corrected if the replay show. It looked like Lautaro Martinez was completely taken out. Phil Foden in City. Do you know what? Would it be, not that Foden's played terribly, but could you imagine Phil Foden, the more this game goes on, if it stays like this, being subbed off again? It looks like both sets of players are getting very frustrated here. Fouls galore. Again, I want to see that replay. Again, I give the ref his props if I got that wrong. You know what? Maybe the ref was right still. Darmian clearly took out Grealish. Grealish doesn't need an invitation to hit the deck. He loves dirty dancing, and he's won a free kick here. Less than 52 minutes on the clock, people. And it's still 0-0. Ball delivered by City. It's a decent one. No, camera done me dirty there, people. It's overhit. Angie Smarty's put that out for a throw-in versus a goal kick, which I think he has. Can't lie, the cameraman's doing poorly. Potentially Inzaghi's feeling the heat. He's bringing out his El Agua, which is Spanish. Obviously, I can speak Spanish for water. I just remember that from school. They need to do something. Going to be risk needed. Both looking for a counter. It's getting spicy, DG. Aye, that's what you want to see. It's a Champions League final. Needs to get spicy. Can't take the heat. Get out of the kitchen. Edin Dzeko wins the header. City pick up the seconds. John Stones loves to play football. Dances past one. Keeps possession. Not the best of passes, but he does find Ake. Rodri. Find Stones. That's a good pass. Stones skips past one. Raw skips past two. John Stones. Gundogan. Oh, do you know what? Stones probably should have played the pass 10 years later. Gundogan's kept it alive and found Grealish. Grealish delivers. Darmian. It's that man, John Stones, again. Hey, John Stones defo been watching Ronaldinho vids. Ruins it by trying to look for a foul. Same with Hakan Çalhanoğlu. They win the free kick. Jonathan Stones. Was that him or Messi? Bro, he's moving. Man, moving like a prime Alexis Sanchez, John Stones. Twinkle toes. Jonathan. Most exciting moment of the game. Crazy feat from John Stones of all people. He's obviously a good technical footballer, but if we've been here for 50 odd minutes and I'm saying that about John Stones, take nothing away from him. I'm just saying when you look around that City team, players that obviously Kevin's come off the pitch, that tells you everything. He's not paid to do that. I love the way Lautaro Martinez is a grafter. Chased the lost cause, won the ball. He's found Hakan Çalhanoğlu. The shot's been ricocheted. Hey, bro, why you stop running? Keep running. DeMarco well in. I told you that's Everton's Busquets. Shout out to Barnsley. DeMarco, that's a good knock into the box. City with some defending to do. Throw in Inter. Arsenal on a 20-plus striker. But we ain't spending the money, that kind of money, to get that striker. There's only Kane, Osimhen, Tony, and Balogun are very own. Give him a chance. We should get 50 million. Can't let him shot Balogun still. I don't mind Balogun getting sold. I'd love to get him a chance, but yeah. Ref is paid by Barcelona since they're related to City for cheating. The payments covers for both. I don't know. Ballerina from Barnsley. Aye, I like that one. Man down for Inter. Who is that? Edin Dzeko's day's done, man. Look. He wants the ball to be put out. His day's done, man. Lukaku setting surely. Your day's done. That's surely the end of Edin Dzeko's night. He's gone down, holding his hammy and that. Lukaku, as you can see, that was an aggressive slap to G up his teammate, DeMarco. Proper slap to Lukaku in the face. Calm down, lad. Proper, just smacked him in the face. Fair enough. And that's the end of Edin Dzeko's day. Come on, Lukaku, we're counting on you, mate. Megan's in the stands. Let's see what happens. I'm sure Chelsea fans would love it. Technically still a Chelsea player, even though he's kind of burnt whatever bridges. And some reports have said, you know what, Pochettino says, I don't want to use you. Chelsea are going to have to cut a lot of their players because there's less games for them, which is a gift in that they can rebuild, but a curse in that you can't keep all them players happy. Lukaku's won the header. He's found Denzel Dumfries. I can't lie. What is going on defensively, Inter? I mean, City. Unfortunately for Inter, the ball wasn't good enough, but that's probably the first time in a really long time I've seen City in a game caught 3 against 2. Very even contest here. Both teams have to earn the right. Big Rom to the rescue. I don't know, man. Is he going to press with the same aggression? Jonathan Stones. Bernardo Silva. Akanji. Touching the hour mark. Arsenal don't need Lukaku, man. Great player, quality player. This does not fit what we need to do. Comes with a lot of baggage as well. You know, you look at how he left United. You look at how he left Chelsea the first time, how he left Chelsea the second time. There's always some domestics with Lukaku. Even back to his projected moves away from Anderlecht when he was a like 16, 17-year-old. Proven goal scorer in that, but can't really do the pressing thing. Hold up plays, not the best for a big man. Lovely pedigree of scoring goals. And the wages and all them things there. Not that I care what a person's earning because nothing to do with me. It's a myth, man. The curse is a little... Oh! Edison, I don't know what you had. Maybe he needs a coffee. A bit more urgency required. John Stones, this man is different. Different. And he's done well. He's found Foden. He only has Haaland. Phil Foden, the Stockport Iniesta, clattered there. Surely referee kick. Horrible decision to take out Foden there. He's going nowhere. I don't know how you could be surprised that's a yellow card. That was horrible. Clattered Phil Foden. Absolutely took. How can you be surprised that's not a free kick? That was terrible. Barella, as I said, doing that to the ref. Took him out. Like, how can you complain? Surgeon run by Foden. Oh, to be fair, he might have a point, you know. He actually might have a point. He actually might have a point. Poor pass from City. And again, Lautaro Martinez is a crafter lad. He's a snake, though. He's tried to go for goal. You're a snake. You're a snake. He tried to do the eyes thing. Why did you not square it? Couple of times, City are living dangerously. Come off your knees, Pep. Bad man, don't do that, man. Moving a bit mad there. But yeah, Pep fell to his knees. Lukaku trying to get the Instagram to say, why do you square it? And they're all right. Why didn't Lautaro Martinez pass it? Greed, man. Don't know why he was doing all of that. No need to do all of that. Free kick in a dangerous area for City. When you find out why he didn't let me know, and to be fair, Stan corrected, it did look like a good tackle by Barella. City have delivered over the bar. Courageous effort from Diaz to get up. Unfortunately for him, got 2 under the ball. And yeah, it's gone over the goal. Appreciative to you lot locked in, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you're following, subscribing, and all of these things. Boy. 4-year deal for Telemans to Aston Villa. Definitely didn't see that one coming. Inter Milan have had 6 attempts. City have had 5. Both teams still have only had 2 shots on target. Edison clears his lines. First and seconds, half an hour left. Who's going to win? Haaland loses out to Bastoni this time. Lukaku, you know, as a footballer, you got to run in it. Stones, Gundogan, Ake, surging run by Ake. What can Ake do? Finds Grealish. Grealish skips past 1, skips past 2. Surely Alvarez got to come on. Grealish has Stones. Finds Stones. Stones, that touch was horrible for someone who's having a good game. Horrible touch. Lautaro Martinez and into Kakao. Denzel Dumfries, Lukaku. Why? Look, Megan Thee Stallion is defo in the stadium. When have you seen Lukaku running right wing? You're acting. You know that's not you. I'm dead. The man's fully staying right wing like he's going to do a madness. That's not you, my friend. Bastoni. Terrible from Bastoni. Again, tired legs for both teams, which is why I think this plays into Inter Milan's hands. Erling Haaland. That's terrible from Haaland. What's going on, City? Boy, who knows? Barella. That's not you. Lautaro, Vex, Lukaku, bring Meg. You lot are moving my head. You lot are crazy, man. But she's defo at the game. Like, we've all done that. You know, your friend unfortunately brings his missus football and you start seeing this friend do things he's never attempted. If it works, fair enough. Especially when you hear a lot more bass in their voice. Like, man, on turn. Play me. Like, you don't open your mouth. You're acting. Well, fair enough. I ain't going to hate on your parade. DeMarco. Finds Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro, that's poor, man. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I think you've been the one Inter player I think could have played a lot better today. Pep, emotionless. City flaking. City looking shaky at the back. It's a Champions League final. You're going to have this. Players look tired, like you could see there. Stones had his hands on his knees there. I mean, there's still a lot of time left. Gundogan. Oh, that would have been a pass into Haaland. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Teammates play on without him. Brozovic. Does that get to Barella? Phil Foden tries to back the beef. Gets little man off the ball. Barella. Foden, get up, man. I don't even care about City, but get up, man. I hate seeing players do that. Both players have done it. Oh, Rev, get up. It's a Champions League final, lad. Play to the whistle. Got all the ability in the world, but you're soft as they come. You need to get some heart, man. Never back the beef. Didn't even back your own mums. I really shouldn't say that. There's no need for that. But the beef on with you, Foden. He tried to beef Benjamin White. Barella delivers. It's not the best. Gundogan heads it clear. I say clear lightly. Denzel Dumfries wins the header. DeMarco up against Diaz. Offside flag not forthcoming. Ake eventually deals with it. Clears his lines. Haaland's been in the wars today, man. He's playing like 10 man. That's terrible. Hakan Çalhanoğlu needs to come off. You're going to lose Inter Milan this game. Now that I said that, you're going to end up winning. City with a counter-attack. John Stones never stops running. Bernardo Silva finds Stones. Stones delivers. Corner kick. Vocal leaders. There you have it. Yeah. That's it, Matthew. You guys start opening their mouth. Like, if it's you, fair enough. Especially centre mids. I hate them. Like, they love you. Don't want their girls come and watch them. They want to turn in midfield, play them balls over the top. They start ending like they think they're playing like Iniesta, but in reality, they're doing them Jordan Henderson over the hit passes. It's long, especially when you're a fullback, because 9 times out of 10, it's you that have to go run after the ball. Hate it. Play it across the floor. 5'8", lad. Stop smacking it into my chin. And I don't want to head it already. I don't know about a Lukaku screamer. Yeah, I'm the same. John Stones asking for a... Bastoni and Stones fight. I bang him. Yes, I want drama. Please, fight him. How do you say bang him in Italian, man? John Stones is rattled. He just done all of that. Darmian and Akanji getting into it. Pull his hair, Darmian, man. John Stones in the box. Grealish delivers. It's full... What ref? What are you doing? I think the ref's blown for a foul there. Stones, keep your head, lad. Stones is rattled. Stones is rattled. Stones is rattled. Stones is rattled. I love it. You got to remember Donny's from Barnsley. He ain't taking nothing. But Stone, you got to keep them hands to himself. But I can't blame Stones, really. He's got hands all over him. And to be fair, you know, I'm sure both of their girlfriends would be jealous. Both of them are getting really close. Any closer, they'll be kissing. City are rattled, looking shook. Lautaro's not cut for the top level. He is. That's deep. That's a decent game. Pep's jogging for what reason, I don't know. It's an interesting watch. You know, purely selfish entertainment. This game is not Champions League final for the ages. But when you look at it from a tactical battle, the rattling like you lot are saying, that, you know, them sort of things, it is a very interesting game. Pardon me. 25 minutes left. The more the game goes on, unfortunately, the more I think City are going to find that last minute goal. But so far in the 65 minutes we played, what chances really have there been in the final third? And no party of player for City and Inter have done well enough in the final third. I can't lie, it'd be suicidal to let Partey, Jorginho, El Nene, and Xhaka leave all in one window. Tchouaméni would be lovely, you know, but dream chasing. Edison finds Jonathan Stones. John Stones finds Bernardo Silva, gives it back to Stones. Stones, man on, skips past one, surely fouled there. Stones definitely is going to have blood in his socks. The amount of kicks to the ankles and things. What a player Stones is, man. I don't think Stones gets enough credit, man, generally as a footballer. Quality player. Bernardo Silva and him shouting at each other. I don't understand why Alvarez isn't there yet. Can you man feel a Lukaku screamer? Lukaku and screamer? Nah, let's hope so. City could be in here. Haaland spoke too soon. It's my fault. Bastoni clears. Lukaku, hold up play non-existent. See, look at that poor pass from City. Inter Milan just couldn't get there. You could see the tired legs all over the field. Both teams kind of living dangerously defensively. Phil Fodenio. I think, not that he's playing poorly. I just think because that's the easiest sub. I think Foden could be subbed off. I don't think he should. But I think that could be the easiest way of getting Alvarez into the fray, if I'm honest. Akanji. Rodri. Too much time on the ball from an Inter perspective for Rodri. Akanji is here with Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva drops a shoulder. What can he do? Does he fancy a shot? He does the Messi thing, the twinkle toes and out at the low center of gravity, that sort of stuff. He's such a player, Bernardo Silva. Grealish. Is that going to find Phil Foden? Good effort, really. Oh, you know, Gundogan knows how to win pens. Gundogan could be in here. He's fighting. He's fighting. Does well to find Foden. Who wants it off Foden? I feel sorry for Phil Foden. There's no options there. Finds Akanji. Is Akanji going to go for the shot? Movie settings. Plays a pass. City could be in here. Bernardo Silva appeals for a pen. Oh! Rodri has scored. Manchester City have taken the lead. I think it's a goal. A goal's enough. Manchester City are champions. Inter Milan, it's over, bro. It's over, man. It's over. It's over. As I just said, both teams are living dangerously. That's enough. Kevin De Bruyne off the pitch. They score. History. Rodri, the villain. There it is. There it is. History about to be achieved. And you can see what it means. Credit to Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, a couple of players there. A couple of players there. It's you know, nobody in Inter Milan shirts is aware. It's falling on the edge of the area, or basically inside the edge of the area, but on the edge. Rodri's running onto it, and it's a professional strike from a professional footballer. He's wrapped it. He's kind of used the two Inter players to kind of master shot for Anana. He's probably seen it too late. And even then, completely wrapped. No chance. That's game, set, match is over. City enjoy the Champions League. And me, as a selfish Arsenal fan, it's another team from England that's won the champs apart from us. Treble, history, done. It's done. It's done. It's over. Unless VAR could do something, it's over. I remember Sterling saying to a reporter, you don't know how good Stones is. There you have it. And that should settle the nerves. 20 minutes left, people. City have drawn first blood. First bit of quality in the final third, really. 3 finals from Italian sides. You had Roma in the Europa League. You had Fiorentina in the Conference League. Both of them lost to West Ham and obviously Sevilla. Inter Milan a goal down with 20 minutes left. Can they force it to extra time? Oh, ref, surely a free kick there. And there is a free kick. Stones and Ben White are something else. Don't know how I love the way Ben White got forced into the conversation. Stones another level to Benjamin White, though, respectfully. I mean, you look at City, and I don't think many players will leave, but if you're Gundogan, maybe if you're Kevin De Bruyne, which I can't see, if you're, like you said there, Bernardo Silva, these guys are always half-heartedly linked with moves away. Brozovic delivers. Hakan Calhanoglu need to come off. You're not with it. Lukaku, can he make something happen? DeMarco's surely offside there. He's hit the crossbar. Lukaku is Hey, this man's a joke, man. I think it's actually come off Lukaku's boot. The offside flag wasn't getting raised. You're losing and you're down on the floor, DeMarco. The players are getting frustrated. Dumfries, you need to hold your mentality. You need to keep your emotions in check. You can kick the ball and throw the ball. You're losing. Italian club's about to go 0-0. Brozovic delivered the ball into the box. Kalanoglu's header was poor. Denzel Dumfries kept it alive. It's poor defending by Akanji. It's clipped the crossbar. Lukaku. I mean, it probably wouldn't have gone in. There was 2 City players on the line, but it sums up everything, innit? Really, the follow-up effort. You'd imagine a City man would have cleared that off the line. There weren't enough pace on the ball, really, but Lukaku's done the defending for them. This is football. City done the treble. You can have your Champions League treble, but only one team has gone a season unbeaten. Lukaku is going to get cussed for that. Lukaku offers nothing on both on and off the ball. DG, do you remember when Arteta wanted to snap up Stones? He saw the Busquets. It would have been lit. But fortunately, it's worked out half decent for Stones, don't you think? Would that have gone in had Lukaku not been there? I don't think so, but you never know. And I mean, we're being shown this several times. I'm pretty sure the game must be getting on now. Do you know what? Maybe. Inter Milan have given a great account of themselves. He had to. I think Akanji is... Oh, sorry, the camera's done me dirty. The way it was looking is like he's getting subbed off, but he's actually just running around. Kyle Walker's coming on. Great substitution to bring on. Fresh legs. Especially, I don't know if he'll play centre-half. You'd imagine he goes right back. DeMarco's probably been the more lively of the fullbacks between Denzel Dumfries and him. Even that, though, don't discredit Dumfries. I think he's done well today. Haaland. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. There must be a next man on the bench that's on something, man. You know, look at what Brozovic is doing. You're not on that. You're not bringing nothing to the table. I'd imagine Diaz would have cleared that, but I don't know. Onana. Brozovic. Onana. Shows his pass range. Good ball, really. Great pass. Lautaro Martinez finds Lukaku. Lukaku, you're not going to do nothing, man. See, I mean, he got the shot away. It was Meady, man. It was Meady. Edison saves. To be fair, there's not much he could do. Inter played without fear up until the goal. They switched off. I mean, where would Lukaku even stand there? I don't know how people can criticize him for that. You know what's going to be written, though, innit? Fundamentally, you've blocked a shot. It weren't quite Nicolas Bentner at the Camp Nou against Barcelona. I mean, to be fair, Bentner blocked so many shots. Arsenal shots off the line. I remember you did that in the North London derby in the League Cup, like in the early 2000s. I think we lost like 4-5-1. And some Arsenal fans got this weird obsession with Bentner. We shit. Pardon my French. Oh, Bastoni Licklemanned off the ball at the most important moment. Good defending by Mr. Rodri, the goal scorer. John Stones. Gundogan. That's a poor pass from him. But it's fallen to Haaland. Haaland bottled it. To be fair, it's been the more dirtier of the City players, or the players that do the dirty work, or let's be honest, the players that don't exactly sell tickets. The Rodri, the Stones, they're the ones that have been lit today, if I'm honest with you. Akanji and that. It's not about playing well, and it's about just winning. This is a next thing that you lot could achieve. But probably on another day, in another Premier League game, you'd want more Lukaku. Fuck's sake, lad. Lukaku's not supporting himself right now. But he is, let's be honest, he is a guy that's going to get scapegoated a lot. But this is why I wouldn't take him at Arsenal. Like, he's a good player. But not my cup of tea. Oh, Bernardo Silva bringing out the flicks. So is Stones. Enjoying a lot of space down this right. Kyle Walker looks like he'll come on after this moment. Bernardo Silva checks in. He's bringing out all the flicks in it. All the body feints and that. Bro, this guy is different. Gravy. Surely a foul there. Does get a foul. Looks at the ref like, what the hell's going on? Geeing up the City fans as well. Passion merchant in the rough. That City fans not even watching the game. Just turning to the fans and geeing them up. Akanji will be coming off for Mr. Kyle Walker. Second time lucky for Pep in a Manchester City Champions League final. They've done it. They're up there with the Chelsea's, United's, Liverpool's. And whoever else I haven't mentioned that's won a Champions League title in England. You can't say this is not the GOAT. This has been, to be fair, I don't really care for City in winning the league, winning the Champions League. But it's been, I think this has been a great season for Premier League, for football fans. We all know Messi did not need to win the World Cup to be the best ever, but he's won it. Shut up about it. If Pep wins the Champions League at City, while I don't really want him to do it because I support Arsenal, he shuts that up. So there's always a silver lining. And if you spend that money, you have to. Nottingham Forest and Villa, big them up as well. A list that doesn't include my club. Gozens on. Denzel Dumfries off. New fullbacks to come on. Is it too little, too late? Never been more nervous in my life. Can't let this slip. Riley, you're a Spurs fan. Forget about it. We see you. Gundogan with 15 minutes remaining, in no rush to take this. And how special will it be for Gundogan? I know he plays for Germany, but of Turkish descent, winning the Champions League in Istanbul. Crazy. Gundogan delivers. Is that the second? Inter Milan clear. It's falling to Grealish. Grealish, Haaland, Kanji. You lot been at City 2 minutes and just collected everything. More or less. Gundogan. Ake. Grealish. We did say in the first half, based on what we've seen, it looks like 1-0, 1-0 will do it. But yeah. Why on God's green earth did Lautaro Martinez not pass that ball? It's over, Inter, man. It's over, man. There's nothing to do. It's done. As I said in the week, you hope Inter win, but it just feels like when Arsenal done the Invincibles, when Liverpool have won the champs and the Prems, when Chelsea have done whatever it's their time. Phil Fodenio, he has to score. He has to score. And that really would have been game, set, and match. Great play by Foden, apart from the shot. I was just about to say 2-0. I was convinced, quality player like Phil Foden puts that in the back of the net. He shows he's human. Big them up. A long list that doesn't include my club, unfortunately. Gozens. Has to score. Choked. Why? I can't lie. Adebayo was better than Lukaku, man. It's going to be 2-0 soon. You'd imagine the sucker punch is loading. It's been a decent reaction by Inter, but it just looks like they've given a good account of themselves, but chasing the game, it don't look like they've really got another plan. Will Gundogan be their greatest captain? I'm not sure about that. You'd have to talk to a City historian in that. But the captain that wins the first ever Champions League title, he's up there, isn't it? Oh, probably out of gas. As I said in the first half, it's great defending well in the first 20. Have you got it in you to do it in the last 20? And as much as these lot are athletes and that, it's tiring for both sets of players, man. I don't know. You know, you'd have to speak to a City fan. Their first Premier League title, would you rate their captain over that or the Champions League? Probably the champs, because the champs is the greatest club cup competition. But, you know, the Prem is that first one, innit? And by the time City have won this Champions League, they've really improved as a side, really. So you expect them to do that. It might not be done yet. Cross into the box, corner kick for Inter Milan. Phil Foden trying to be decisive at both ends. Should have scored. Done great defending there. How's he not back there? Good save. But not to belittle Onana. But yeah, you can see it from Pep's moving like me and Foot Manager. You don't know how. You pay 200 odd grand a week. You feel Fodenio. How? Corner kick was half decent. Brozovic. Last 10 years, a Croatian midfielder has won the Champions League. That curse is about to be broken. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, poor delivery. You don't want it. Barella, don't know what he saw there. It's over, man. It's over, man. City winning. They are. Foden is going to be solid in a couple of years. Bro, Foden's got everything you want from a modern day footballer. He could be as great as he ever wants. So one day we'll look at City and he's not going to, you know, you're always going to have quality players, but you're not going to have, he's obviously always going to be overshadowed by Haaland now, by Grealish at the moment in his form, where Gundogan, Kevin, all of these guys. But one day you're going to think of City and he's going to be that, man. The only regret for Inter, I would say, is the small chances they've had. They haven't been clinical in the final third. And it just looks like they're out of ideas at this moment in time. And they have looked a lot more shaky defensively. Grealish, great pass. Foden has to score hard. Foden, I thought Foden would score there. He's won it back. But he tried to play Haaland. Great play by Bernardo Silva and City to recover. Bernardo Silva, is he hitting the corner flag? Bro, this guy's ball retention is stupid. Brozovic, what a silly foul to give away. Bernardo probably saying, thank you. You're eating up more time on the clock with 10 minutes remaining. See this Bernardo, you. In the last 20 minutes, it's not going to be remembered, but it's been a very professional job from that individual. What a player he is. Stupid foul from Brozovic to give away. I don't know why he do that. Hate to be shameless, but Haaland ain't done jack-ish since last 16. You'll never hear anyone accuse Mbappe of not turning up on the big occasion. You can't accuse Mbappe. The greatest game for me with Mbappe, obviously, he's won a World Cup. He was great in the World Cup that Argentina won. Ball into the box 1 sec, and then the claims. But I would say the best one for me would probably be when PSG beat Barcelona at the Camp Nou and he shut him up. I mean, Inter don't have to put the ball out. Kyle Walker's now finally coming on. John Stones has been at pro. What happens to Stones? He's been in the wars. Look at his shirt. You can see his tattoo on his side. That's a Medina thing, but who pulled it? Someone's absolutely ripped off his shirt. And this will be added on. I hope Stones is all right. He won't get praised for his performance today. Bernardo for his last 20 won't get praised today. Not quite sure what happened there. Kyle Walker entering the fray as soon as the refs allows it. Who's he going to come on for now? Is that for John Stones? I think it is for Stonesy boy. Spare a foot for Zinchenko, Jesus, and Sterling. You lot bust out and look what these men are doing. Champs and that. Edison comes out, collects. Ooh, is that in his area? I believe so. Game done. Puma with quality kits. I don't miss Arsenal's Puma kits at all. Horrible kits. City aren't lifting the title yet. Inter Milan have 8 minutes plus any added on time to prove me wrong, but I did think the more the game went on, it looked like a case of 1-0 will do it. And yeah, how old is Walker? Ain't he in his 30s now? John Stones, I don't really care for City winning the title, but you're my guy. Quality performance. Calvin Phillips is the real winner here. And Scott Carson. Butters, man, and they weren't durable at all. Puma kits just break down like biodegradable things. Gundogan, silly. Lukaku, silly. Ref, that's not a free kick, I don't think, though. Silly from Lukaku. No complaints from him, so I think he probably was, to be fair. If you're an Arsenal fan, apparently Debussy is retired from football. Apparently it's well over 11 o'clock local time in Turkey, so these lot are playing football at stupid o'clock. Will there be a spanner in the works? Hakan Kolonoglu off for Henrik Mkhitaryan. That's probably too late. Like Hakan Kolonoglu, for me, you're the porcelain into shirt. You bottled it. Best Solskjaer impression you could have done. Really. Foden could be in here. Corner kick. How can man rate this Laturo geezer too meaty? Praying the spirit of Mourinho descends. Otherwise, this game is done. Phillips came in and really wanted trouble playing like 5 minutes. It's not fair. Watch them flip it from United fans in the mud to gemming it with City and trying to banter Arsenal. I hear that. Game's done, man. Darmian's come off if you didn't know already. Phillips gets a participation trophy. Boy, I'll be telling my grandkids I was the littiest, boy. I'll be the amount of cap I'll be doing if I was Calvin Phillips. I'll be doing some bare-faced line. And plus, if you win the trophies, isn't it? Corner kick to City, Grealish delivers, Onana collects. Unfortunate for Onana. He's had a good game, but it's not enough, man. Haaland just not moving away from Donny. Poor from Onana. Been saved by Mkhitaryan. Lukaku, you're meant to be there, and you know you're not the quickest. Gundogan up against Barella. Ref, you could never say that's a free kick. I don't think the rest going for that. Gundogan, you know that's not a free kick. That was soft from you. Oh, Nano. Taking 5 minutes left, taking matters into his own hand, doing up centre back, finds Lukaku. Lukaku, accidental pass, finds Mkhitaryan. Is there a spanner in the works? Gozens, bro, take your hands off your head. How can you pass like that and put your hands on your head like, oh my God, brother, what you doing? Hey, my fault. I got no beef with Arsenal, with Inter or City. I don't really care who wins this, but how can you act surprised? Came off your foot, you know. Why did you do that? City in no rush to restart proceedings. Rightly so. Would you be? I wouldn't. Taking a yellow card. Hit and miss. Onana's distribution, very hit and miss. Very hit and miss. There was a time where I used to believe in Golsons. When you was at Atalanta, you look lit. Gundogan. Okay. Anyway, we'll do 5 minutes left. Plus any added on time. Foden. Can't get on it. Onana doing up sweeper keeper again. Finds Golson's turn, man. See, you're shook. You need, if I'm Inter, you need Mkhitaryan and Brozovic to get on the ball a lot more now. Why is Onana doing playmaking, doing up his best Pirlo impression? And Diaz and Cole won't mind that. Gundogan in no rush to distribute the ball. Look, experienced. Looks like he's running into a blind alley now. Finds Jack Grealish. What do I know? Grealish. Missed the corner flag. You know he's begging to be fouled. Poor from him, really. Inter Milan throw. They're taking it quickly. Mkhitaryan, man on. Another former Man United player, as well as Arsenal. Mkhitaryan, terrible. I don't know what was worse, the pass or the fact that Mkhitaryan thought I could play it into the channels and Lukaku's going to do something serious. I don't know. If you haven't smashed the like button on YouTube, please do. Twitch gang, you're doing amazing. Inter have given a good account of themselves, but playing good's a hype. History, you know, history is only written by the winners. And I'm pretty sure a club like Inter is not on the participation trophy thing. Even their centre-backs are trying to gamble. But again, the first and second balls are going uncontested and City are playing with a bit between their teeth. Foden's trying nutmegs. It didn't quite come off. Barella. Gozens. Barella. Out of ideas. Got Lukaku and Lautaro to aim for in the box. Barella. No options, lad. Gozens. Barella again. Mkhitaryan. Barella is very close. He's very patient. Delivered by Gozens. Bro, keep the ball down. It's a decent one. Well, who is that? You're not going to make it. Why did you wait for the ball to bounce? Brozovic delivers. It's crap again. It's headed back across. Oh! Edison! Fantastic save by Edison. I don't think he knew too much about that. How have Inter not drawn level? Is that a corner? How have Inter not drawn level there? Wow. And this is the stuff I mean by as good as City are. When things like this are happening, it's their time. Poor. That can't be another corner. Goal kick. That's Inter done, man. That's Inter done. It's over now, man. That was a chance. Hey, Lukaku, you're tired, fam. How? Goes and heads it back across. Anywhere but straight at Edison and Inter are back in this. Oh, to be fair, it is more difficult than it looks. But damn, Lukaku also a former United player. Oh, wow. It's never about performances. Exactly. United played terrible when they won the treble, but they came from, it's about winning, bro. How many times, you know, you look at whatever Premier League team you lot support, yeah? Go and look at any time you've won the league, unless you're Spurs. I don't know if they've even got history records for that, but, or even last season, the games you won. I, as an Arsenal fan, can definitely say, you know, you don't always, in theory, yes, if you play well, you win, but it's not always that. Sometimes you play well and win, and sometimes you play poor and lose, and then sometimes you play poor and win, and vice versa. It's not always what you get, but in a final, you need to do what needs to be done. I mean, Alvarez's problem is there's harder than that there. To be fair, he could have come off. Edison capping with some injuries. That's it, done, man. In Lukaku's had 1-2 chances. He dragged efforts wise. Man said, man, the moral of the story, never bring your girl to a final. The only good thing he did was head it down. But if you're going to head straight at the keeper, you're in trouble. I definitely think it was a lot harder than we're making out. Edin Dzeko would have scored. He would have, but he started holding up his hamstrings in that. 5 minutes of added on time. Maybe in hindsight, and I don't think I would if I was him. Maybe in Haaland getting into verbal. Maybe in hindsight, as I was about to say before that took my attention, maybe Lukaku would have started and then Edin Dzeko come on, but I don't think that would have made sense. Mkhitaryan, what are you doing? I mean, I don't support Inter Milan, so I don't care at the end of the day, but some of you are not going to be in the Champions League final again. Surely a City foul. Inter are being quite naive. Ambrosio, very childish there. Foden down. You're definitely lying. There's no way you can say you got hamstring injury. Young boy like you come off the bench, you're capping. Lukaku playing like he's in Tim's again. It's official. Lukaku got no luck like Jason from Top Boy. It's not an easy chance. That's what I'm saying. I think people are making out that it's easier than it looks, but it's not. But at the same time, the money you're on, the teams you've played for, the things you've won, the goal records, because Lukaku does have a healthy goal record generally in his professional career. Man need to be scoring that. Man need to be scoring that. Oh, ref, surely. Onana and Haaland. Haaland rattling Onana. Keep your head on Onana, mate. That's exactly what Haaland wants. Onana yellow card. I didn't agree with that. You've got to do that. Inter Milan, they're rattled. You're finished. Haaland's just got his fishing rod and went shing. Rattled. Rattled. Onana, keep your head. It's a bit like Denzel when he wanted to throw the ball away. Long ball forward by Onana. Lukaku, fair play. Couldn't win it there. Brozovic heads it to nowhere, really. Ake is going to probably concede the throw. Don't foul him. Throw in City deep in their own half. City 2023 treble winners. Now you can imagine the debate is going to become, you know, what treble was better, United's or City's. Probably go with City for me. It's just being a bit cleaner. What? Not quite sure what's happened there, but I think it's either a throw-in or a corner to Inter Milan. Haaland can't believe it. I actually think it's a free kick. I mean, if there was ever a time to write yourself into history books where everything needs to go right, it's now. Psh. Over the bar again. Terrible by Barella. It's over, brother. It's over, man. Inter Milan are just going to have to stay with their one domestic trophy. It's over, man. Must be unimaginable losing the Champions League final as a player. I remember how I felt when we lost to Barcelona, especially after Sol Campbell took the lead. Yellow card for Edison. Psh, you take these yellow cards. As a footy fan, City's treble was better. If we win it in 2008, it would have been United. City easy. That's exactly what's going to be said. Rio was on about the other day. Treble winners. It's going to be. I think that, you know, they're both two great sides. That evidently, if you win 3 trophies. Bernardo Silva loses it. DiMarzio loves a free kick, man. Pepe going absolutely mad at Haaland. It's over, man. How long's been that done? Long ball forward. Edison in no man's land collects it. That's game done. Surely game done. Congratulations to City ref. You're buying it now. Unless the VAR gods know something we don't. I hate Rodri so much. Hate's a strong word. Rodri's a player, man. But I get what you mean. Rodri's one of them players. You ain't. It's a bit like Robertson. Unless they play for you, you hate them, man, because they do jarring things. I mean, not that I wanted City to win, but I'm happy for Pep because it shuts up idiotic comments. You know, how he's not the greatest ever and he can't win the Champions League and that belittles everything he's done. A bit like Messi winning the World Cup. Fair enough, man. Where they go from here, who knows? City probably want to think it. And, you know, let's be real. Pep was brought in to achieve domestic dominance and improve them and kind of make City a bit like Barcelona. But let's be real. It was Champions League. And for a couple of years in Europe, Pep kind of, I won't quite say struggle, but he was on nonsense. When they lost to Chelsea, probably overcomplicated things. Today, hasn't really done that. And he deserves all the plaudits he gets. Inter Milan, Manchester United and Arsenal, all 3 of us have had the chance to stop this greatness. And yeah, man, we all crumbled into probably giving it the best chance. As I said at the start, it just felt like it was City's time. Is that a corner kick? Surely the last kick of the game. Unless there's a miracle, Pep's even asking what's going on. He's moving like me in Football Manager. Right, what's going on? Inzaghi's badding someone up. Who's Inzaghi beefing? Right, Inzaghi. Am I watching football at Enfield playing fields, Hackney Marshes, or is this Champions League? Someone try and grab him. Like, I think an announcement. What's going on here? I punch him up, man. Terrible for, unless Inter can score this, terrible for Italian sides. 3 European finals, unfortunately. Roma and Edison. That deserves money alone. Is that another corner? Manchester City have completed the treble. They have won the Champions League of 2023. And all you can do is applaud the greatness of individually all these players and Pep. This is a great... Inter Milan gave a great account of themselves, but playing great doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Tears of joy. Pep has shut up a lot of comments. Pep doesn't even look like he's considered it. How you can't think this guy's the greatest, I don't know. Look at Grealish, a man from Brum, winning this thing. Absolutely amazing. And it's been done in 90 minutes. Big up Edison, Brazilian thing. Rodri scores the winner. All you could do is thank God. Could you imagine being part of this? Especially for some of them who saw themselves lose this already. You know, for Inter Milan, they're going to have to pick themselves up again. Really, it's mad. Haaland dropped a stinker, but it don't matter. Gozens, you should have crossed the ball better than, shouldn't you, lad? I ain't got no... Listen, the neutral in me, Laturo, my heart bleeds for you lot. But you see when Arsenal, a little kid, watched Arsenal get to a final, beating Juventus, Villarreal, Real Madrid, scoring against Barcelona and taking the lead and being 15 minutes or so from winning in Paris. That something died in that little kid in 2006. That little kid was me. I've got no heart for no one. No heart. Don't care. Don't care. Yeah, crack. Lukaku acting like, hey, nothing, but I've won this already. Tuesday, I didn't really play a part in it. Congratulations to Manchester City. Rodri's goal in the 68th minute has made the difference. Manchester City have won it, man. 13 years with all the money in the world. Well done. To be fair, money's money, really. But yeah, man, now the debate as to who's had the better treble is where it's been a terrible run for the Italian teams. Haaland, stop trying to show us you got emotions. Haaland's trying to show us he's not a robot. He's actually got emotions. Unless they're doing the new AI thing where someone could cry. Haaland trying to show us he's a human being. Manchester City have won. Spare a thought for Gabby Jesus, Zinchenko, and Raheem Sterling. Boy, a bit like Ozil. I swear when Ozil left Real Madrid, they won champs next year. Congratulations to City. I ain't gonna lie though, I don't want to see these lot celebrating. Thanks for both teams for actually making sure this was done in 90 minutes. Pep, greatness. Absolute fucking greatness from Pep Guardiola. And before I get out of here, people, all season, you lot have been part of the watch-alongs. Champions League from start to finish, you've been part of the watch-alongs. You know, towards the end of this season, we've watched the Conference League, the Europa League, the FA Cup, and obviously today, it's been fantastic. You know, the content don't go anywhere. Make sure you're checking out the rest of the content as well on my YouTube channel. We go again, people, really. They tried. Inter gave it. Listen, Inter played better than Man United in the FA Cup final. They definitely played a lot better than any time Arsenal bucked this team. There's a lot of good stuff to take from Inter Milan, but unfortunately, it's not about playing well. It's about winning things. Bro, I was so vexed. So vexed. John Stones, my Achilles. Pep getting the memes out, tears. Congratulations, man. And for someone like Gundogan, agony for Hakan Çalhanoğlu playing in Turkey. Gundogan of Turkish descent probably got hella tickets for his family members and that. You're winning in the homeland of your country. Crazy. And Pep's making me teary. I got nothing to do with City, but I love seeing people achieve dreams, man. This is what life's made for, man. I do wonder what the futures of Gundogan, Bernardo Silva are concerned. And it's a bittersweet moment when you deep it for someone like Pep Guardiola, really, because you enjoy these moments. This is what makes it worth it when you're missing your family members. You know, someone like Pep, as great as you are, like anyone trying to achieve a goal in life, you probably go through self-doubt. You probably doubt yourself. It's probably a dark household for himself and a bleak place when he did not win this Champions League. Not that he hasn't won it. So you can imagine what it feels now. But for Pep, I guarantee you, 10 minutes after now, it probably hasn't sunk in, but 10 minutes from now, while the players are speaking and celebrating, you know, when you're looking at people and you stop, he's got to think about how you do this again. He's got to think about how to improve this team again, which he probably is. So do you ever really get to chill? It's a madness. But this is what life's about. It's about suffering for these few periods that make life worthwhile. Nah, I ain't crying, but I wish I could, man. Like, this is what sports about. Screeny, link up at PSG, man. Hey, Megan better, boy. If I was the khaki boy, I'm showering and cutting, boy. I need to unleash some stress still. Michael Richards acting a fool on CBS. What you saying? He's doing the Kevin Hart thing. My heart is cold. My heart's cold, bro. After seeing Chelsea smack us up in League Cup finals, after seeing the Invincibles lose their invincible run after cheating, after seeing that in Paris in 06, you think I care for big up Inter fans? You think I care for anybody? Allow that, man. Unfortunately, my heart's gone cold. That King Von Demon song comes to it. I appreciate you lot for being part of the streams and the watch-alongs. Without you lot, it'd be boring. So yeah, man, all season you lot have been in top form. Today, you lot have been in top form. I can't put into words, man. Just thank you. Whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, whatever country you're from, and all these things, it's amazing, man. It's amazing, man. Throw the book at City. Lost my heart after the Birmingham final. Trust. Bringing PTSD to Birmingham final. I got time for you from a human perspective, but from a footballer perspective, Mustafi, wallahi, I'll never forgive you. Never ever forgive you for Sergio Aguero springing the offside track rather than track the hell back. You're putting up your hand. Don't even think VAR was there. Listen, I hope Arsenal can avenge me one day. I would do a lot for Arsenal to win the Champions League. If they said Arsenal could win one Champions League next season and not win the Prem for 50 years, I know it's stupid, but I'll do it. You lot that play that do the football manager thing with me. You know all I want is champs. All I want is Arsenal to win the champs. I'll do a lot for champs. Pause on all of these things, but yeah, man, I'm waffling at this point. Let me let you lot go, people. It's been fantastic. I'll see you lot when I see you lot. One love.
There's always just that active and that defending. I think it's like. There's always just that active and that defending. I think it's like. There's always just that